Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of the Tides of Wildemount campaign. We are so excited to be halfway officially through our Tides of Wildemount season number uno, and are looking forward to Into the Mist season 2. First off, of course, as always, want to thank our incredible sponsors, Dungeons and Dragons, for all of the incredible support and for having us on their channel. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be there. So thank you all for watching on not only the RealmSmith Twitch, but also on the Dungeons and Dragons Twitch channel as well. Sirenscape is our main title sponsor for this season. They are an incredible fantasy player that you can use to add sounds and mood to your tabletop RPG experiences. If you go to www.sirenscape.com/realmsmith, that will take you to the main page and let them know that we've sent you. And then if you search for RealmSmith in the search functionality within the site, you can see all of the awesome stuff that we've created for our adventure boxes. And soon we'll be releasing our Into the Mist sound sets as well that you guys can use for your own Curse of Strahd or Gothic horror settings. Want to also thank all of our product sponsors. First one being WizKids, of course, for a lot of the minis that we use at the table. We want to thank Hero Forge for our player character miniatures, which are now all officially on the table, all 6 of them, and you guys have seen those kind of roll out on Instagram as we go. Actually, if you want to turn on the overcam real quick,
Hey
Julian.
Jay, you did such a great job on these,
Thanks,
man.
dude.
They're like so good.
It's super
so good.
It's super easy when
Bacalhau's the best.
It's super easy when Hero Forge offers such an incredible tool to kind of customize and stuff. Except for the Bacalhau one, I don't know what happened or who designed them.
The magic came out though.
No, something happened. But if you want to just actually show them off real quick, Josh. So we've got Bacalhau, who is right there. We've got Plunkrawk, who is there. We have got, who's next? Snow in his epic battle stance. We have Aella, who is right there in her stoic bangarang stance. We've got Bolt, who is the recent addition from today. And then Gaziel is the last one, who is small but mighty. And we've actually sized it down even smaller than the Hero Forge smallest to make sure that she was halfling sized. So thank you, Hero Forge, of course, for the product sponsorship, and you help us to do what we do. We also want to thank Beetle and Grimm, who is our most recent sponsor, and want to thank Matt Lillard, of course, and all the wonderful people there, and Dwarven Forge for a lot of the terrain that we use at the table, including tonight. We'll be probably using, you can see the tops of some of that Dwarven Forge terrain here. Finally, want to thank Mithril Armories, our official dice sponsor, and we will be giving away another dice spinner. Did you go to the wrong camera angle there? Joel, we got were you trying to do there you go. Those are the dice spinners. They're incredible. They break out into, I always get this wrong, Joel. What are they? 20 and?
D10 and a D20,
yeah,
and a D4, D8, D6, D12.
Awesome on the other one. And so they're awesome little spinners, and we are giving away a set of them in a case today, Joel?
Yes, and the code is 2 spinners, all one word, so 2 spinners, and you're going to get a case.
Does Julian know that?
And yeah.
Okay.
I told him.
Are these in the number 2 or are they typing out 2?
2 as in TWO spinners.
Okay, yeah. So if you enter 2 spinners, TWO spinners, in the chat, then you will be entered. If you enter more than once, you will be disqualified from it, and you won't be able to win them. And they will be sent out early June, you said, right?
Yes, and you'll want to, if you don't win, you'll want to order yours from Mithril Armory relatively soon, because we'll be closing the campaign and starting the shipping process very soon.
Yes, good. So very exciting, and thank you, of course, guys, for being one of our paid product sponsors and helping us to do what we do. That's all of our sponsors. Of course, Nolzer's marvelous tutorials last night. We started the Baylor. We got halfway through. We'll be doing part 2 of that Baylor next Sunday. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Behind the Screen. which is your opportunity to get behind the scenes with myself and basically a general Q&A session about everything RealmSmith, including this session and why I did certain things that I did, and just to ask those hard-hitting, deep questions that I am more than happy to answer. And then, of course, Thursday at 8 p.m., I don't have a graphic for it yet. Joel, I forgot. Oops. For the Players Table, hosted by Joel Auge, basically a player's perspective. Do you know who you're going to have on this week, Joel?
I do not. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah.
I'll catch one of you by the toe.
Yeah, I already kind of coaxed Melanie into being on it, and she said, oh, gosh. And so this is me basically telling everybody in public so that you can't say no anymore.
I have not said yes to that yet.
Yes, well, as the person who has the most fan art officially from our stream, you are now the person who needs to do it. So this is Tuesday.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for Mel.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of, I don't know, Jason, what
dice? What dice to roll? Yeah. Awesome. So, yes, so that will be happening this week. And, of course, we're back next Monday for episode 7 of Tides of Wildemount. And then off to a fresh start next week. Can't believe we have 4 days of content. If you like what you see, you can subscribe to our channel using Twitch Prime or just regular Twitch subscription. And if you do, this potion bottle here will blink 4 times to let you know that we know, to let us know that you know what I mean, that you're here. It's our way of kind of giving you a bit of a nod and just saying thank you for doing it in real time. And if you follow us, it will blink once purple to let us know that you guys love us and to let us know, you know that, you know what I mean. All right. Finally, we have one more giveaway that we're going to start next week. This is announcing it. You guys have been asking for the ability to play on stream. Oh, is there any chance that we can get fans to actually appear in Zoom videos? That's complicated, but we want to be able to still give you guys a really cool experience. So thank you for the subscription. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be giving 1 seat away a week to a private game with our cast. Next week, we're going to be announcing which game that is. And then basically we'll set up a time and you all jump on a Zoom call and you will play with some of our cast members, DM'd by myself or Brandon. And it will be awesome. So that will only be for Tier 2 subscribers. And so if you're not a Tier 2 subscriber and you want to be able to enjoy a private game with us at some point in the future, please make sure that you upgrade your subscription or subscribe at Tier 2 to be able to do that. And that's easy to do, Joel. Do you know how to upgrade your subscription to Tier 2 or what they would do there? Do we know? Does anybody know?
I'm not exactly sure, but I'm assuming it's really easy.
Yeah, I'm sure Twitch has made it super easy. I don't know. And if it's not easy, we'll just play alone. And then, no, just kidding. No, but anyways, you guys can join us. That is starting next week. We will be giving 1 seat away for 4 weeks in a row, which will culminate in an awesome one-shot with some of our cast, either from the Order of Dragon's Bane or Into the Mist, or even maybe Tides of Wildemount characters that you can play alongside with, which will be so much fun. I want to thank our mods, as usual, Prometheus Bound and Shadster, and of course our producers, Josh and Julian, who are in studio, socially, safely distancing at this point. But we takes people to do this. So we're doing it with the skeleton crew, and I just cannot wait to be back around the table with all of you to play very, very soon, hopefully. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Aren't we like almost dead already?
No, but you're on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
felt
on the
that
road to death.
Yeah, you haven't arrived in Murderville yet, but you're definitely kind of on the way.
I feel like Murderville came to us.
Murderville did come to you, and you
Murderville.
were caught with your armor down, as it were.
So true.
Oh.
But anyways, as you guys remember or might recall, you have returned to Palma Flora after an unfortunate earthquake that sunk it. In search of something called the Rod of Retribution. You are on board a ship called the Wave Chaser, captained by a Tabaxi captain named Three Earrings, sister, of course, to Snow. You have all kind of taken roles upon the ship, most of you defending it, some of you actually working on the ship, And joining us, of course, again tonight in the role of Dajarkal is Noura. And
Welcome, Noura.
She
Thank
is.
you for having me back.
You're so welcome. And she is one of the crew members who is aboard the ship. You guys pull up to Palma Flora. It is the first thing in the morning. Borth has kind of let out the call to come to check out what's going on. And as you guys surface onto the deck of the ship, you see that Palma Flora is no more. The Flora Isle, the part that was actually an island, has completely sunk beneath the surface. You cannot see within the murky depths at this point. There's just some random debris. And then Snow heard a sound behind him and raised the alarm that a raiding party of Sahuagin, accompanied by these crazy shark abominations that look half shark, half humanoid, have climbed aboard the ship and are now, you guys are all kind of engulfed in a battle with them. And it is vicious and dangerous, and you guys aren't faring super well, but you are doing your best given the fact that you guys came out on the deck without armor on, and some of you without weapons. So we are where we left off last. Bolt had just gone. So we are on to Plunkrawk, right at the top of the order.
Okay.
Currently, Plunkrawk, you are out in front of the shark abomination as it is kind of clawing and biting at all of y'all.
Yes. I've been thinking about this particular move all week long.
No pressure.
I'm going to run.
Okay.
And actually, because I still have Hunter's Mark on, I'm going to use my full movement and try to get to an angle where the shark doesn't have me within sight. So is it possible to move me to either behind Aella, she's a bear, and yeah, let's do that. I want to move behind Aella. Yeah.
I think I have your passive perceptions, but I do not have your armor class. Let me take that down real quick. Should have done this off stream.
Yeah, we're still armorless, right, Jay?
Yes.
Okay, so that means I'm a 13.
Okay. Snow?
13.
Bolt?
11.
Aella?
13.
Gaziel?
11.
Remember that you do have your shield.
Oh, so I have to add that on.
So if you equip your shield, it should put it up to 13.
Okay, I'm at 13 now.
Okay. And Bacalhau?
17, but I'm in my shell, so it's 21.
You're not. You came out though, didn't you?
Did I? Oh, have I come out already?
Yeah, I thought you had. Yeah, last
Then
session you came out.
17.
Okay.
Measly 17.
A measly. That's pretty good without any armor. Tell you what, barbarians and
Tell you what.
and turtles for the win. Okay. As you back off of this shark abomination, it reaches out with its claws, or sorry, not its claws, because it doesn't have claws. It reaches out with its bite to bite you, Plunk, and it hits.
Oh!
And it kind of, as you're on top of that boat, you kind of turn to kind of run, and it catches your calf as you feel it tear skin. That's 16 points of damage. As it tears-
Whoa.
As it tears
That's a 1 and a 6 together?
Yeah. As it tears a massive chunk of your calf off the back of your leg. Feathers
That's a whole
falling-
chicken leg.
Feathers falling from its mouth as you obviously scream in anguish.
This is a great start. Great
so-
start.
I'm sorry.
Yikes.
So I'm down.
I know you've been thinking about this all week, Joel, and I apologize that this attack of opportunity has caused
Maybe a little more thought.
this. Plunkrawk crumbles onto the top of the skiv that is overturned on the deck of the ship.
Indeed, he does.
I'm really
Is
sorry
that me?
for that.
Is that the bear? Is that
No,
me?
that's not the bear. That's the sharks, but it can be you.
They're just hungry.
So Plunkrawk is down.
Oh.
having way too much fun over there.
I really am. Bacalhau, you're up.
Okay, so I've emerged from my shell. I'm directly in front of shark number 1. Is that
Yes. No, you're not. You are on the other side of the ship somehow. I can't remember how that happened, but you backed off and you are on the other side of the ship. Did that happen?
Sure.
Or was he in front of him still?
We could just go with it.
I may have. That may. I'm not sure. Where do you want to be, David? Because I forget.
I'm happy where I am. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
I'll take it. I would like to. I have no enemies near me, right? Like I'm not going to get opportunity attack.
No,
If
you're
I back up a bit.
No, there's a Sahuagin close to you, actually, to your right.
Right beside me.
He can move.
Then
Okay, you're fine. You're fine, actually. It's further than 5 feet.
Is that the shark making that sound?
Yes, that is
Okay.
a shark attacking.
Okay.
I will
Is that too loud?
actually.
Is that what you're
A
telling
little
me?
loud.
I was just not sure what it was. If it was Aella or not.
Yeah, it's Aella too. Sure, it's everybody.
Okay. Sure.
That's
Okay, go ahead.
I'll make that
Okay,
sound.
back to Bacalhau.
Okay, so I'm going to. I'm actually. So I don't know how I ended up on this side of the ship near the Sahuagin, but I will attack it with my quarterstaff.
The Sahuagin? Okay, but
Yeah.
you are in a place where you can move away from the Sahuagin. There is more than 5 feet between you.
But he's probably the closest. Well, I can move towards him or towards the shark, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll move towards him.
Okay. Okay, so you close the distance and you attack.
Yes, with
Okay.
my quarterstaff.
Yep.
And it's 17 to hit.
Okay, that is a hit.
Come on, D&D Beyond. Get out of my way.
Come on, Beyond.
Oh, yeah, girl. So 1
1 point of damage.
Okay,
Okay,
just
so
a little.
so you kind of turn towards it, and it kind of turns towards you at the same time with its spear in its hand, and you just go onto its forehead, and it kind of sits and it looks up its forehead, and you can see a bit of a bump starting to rise as it goes in your face, and it comes across with its spear and attacks you. With a natural 1, as the spear comes down and you go to dodge it, and you kind of turn your back and the spear snaps over your shell, and the head of the spear kind of over the side of the ship.
Just decision, DM.
Yeah, no problem. The Sahuagin continue to attack everyone out. What's that Sahuagin there doing? That one is going to. It's going to attack Aella in bear form. That is not enough. As that Sahuagin goes to attack, it does get 2 attacks. Unfortunately, that is also not enough. You are very lucky today, as in bear form, it's trying to spear at you, and you're kind of batting the spear away as in your current form. We need to find out a hybrid name for Bearla, or something to that effect.
Wait, I have a question though.
Yeah, sure.
Was I supposed to add my armor class of Aella and the black bear together?
No. Now it's the black bear's armor class.
Oh, so the armor class of the bear is only an 11.
Yeah, that's still not enough. But okay. Thank you. That's good.
How
Now,
is Ayla's better than
Is it
a bear?
Aella or Aella? Because I've been calling you Aella because I thought that's what it was, and everybody else calls you Aella.
No, it's Aella. It's
Okay,
Aella.
it
Let's
is.
just rewind.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All
Aella.
right. Well, Aella, you're up.
Okay. I'd like to attack in my black bear form.
Are you going to attack the Sahuagin or the abomination?
I want to attack the shark.
Okay, do it.
I rolled a 12.
A 12 is just enough.
Okay. I rolled a 12. What else was I supposed to add to that?
Oh, whatever your attack is with your bear.
Oh.
You get
Anyway,
2
we
attacks,
did it,
right?
right?
Yeah, you get 2 attacks. Roll it again.
Okay. Oh. Went right over the computer. It's an 8.
An 8 plus.
8. Yeah, plus 3. Plus 3.
Okay, so the claw comes across and scrapes the back of this shark abomination,
Yep.
and you go to bite and you miss with the bite. If you can give me damage for the bite for the claw, please.
Bite is first, and then
Oh.
claw is second.
Okay, so it hits with the bite. As you bite into its arm and you try to claw it, and you can't quite get through its thick shark hide.
Okay,
So,
so
give
you
me
want
bite
my
damage.
bite damage is 2 plus 2, 4.
4 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Nicely done. And you can see, now that you're up close to this, it is bleeding profusely from a number of gashes and scorch marks all over its shark hide. It turns around as you're kind of, you bit into it, it turns around to face you as you are kind of the most dangerous opponent next to it. And it has rolled a natural 20.
Come on!
I am really sorry.
No, you're not.
Because
No,
that's
you're
going
not,
to be...
though. No, you're not, though. You're not sorry.
15. Oh, dear.
Yeah. Hold your face there, Joel.
20.
Yep. It's over. It's over for me. It's over.
26 points of damage.
Are you
As he turns around, you bite it like this, and you back off, growling, and it goes, "Rah!" And its bite comes right across your chest, basically almost encompassing the top kind of part of your torso. How many hit points does your bear have?
Okay, wait a second. I'm okay. Hit points my bear has is it says 19.
Okay.
3d8 plus 6.
Okay, so your bear, all of a sudden, you feel the shark bite clamp down on your body, and you start to turn back into your Aella form. And then you take the difference of that onto your Aella form. So that will be 6 points. What did I say? 7 points of damage Aella takes.
Oh, okay.
So just take 7 points for Aella.
Okay, that's not so bad.
As you kind of
Jason,
revert
I don't
to your...
think this is the kind of DM our audience wants you to be.
And we'll ask the
I'm gonna
audience.
swap his dice this week.
And I know, I'm rolling hot. And he basically, you recoil, and as you guys see Aella kind of return, you see this massive gash of a bite mark on her shoulder that has been left over from when she was in that form.
So now I'm at zip. Zip it, zip.
You only had 7 points left?
I did.
Exactly 7?
Yes.
Aella
Thanks,
goes
Jason.
down.
Thanks. Here I am again. I'll get comfy.
Oh dear. That's
Oh
not good.
dear. Oh dear.
The other abomination turns towards who's near there?
Right, there's 2 of them.
Oh.
But they hate each other. And seeing each other, they're like, hey, you were a bully to me in high school under the sea.
Kajori, yeah. So he turns towards Kajori and Three Earrings as he kind of crosses that area, and they start to fight it off there. Gaziel, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
Okay. So is there a Sahuagin beside me?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at that Sahuagin and go, I may be small, but I'm going to kill you right now. And I'm gonna use my warhammer.
That's so matter
and I'm
of fact.
gonna smack it across the face.
Okay.
You got a 12 plus 4,
Yeah, that's enough. 16.
16.
Yep. And then roll your damage.
And my damage is 1d6 plus 5 plus 2, 7.
7 points of damage. Nice. As you smash it in its kind of...
Oh, I also have divine favor.
Yeah, so what does that do?
So I have, it's 1d4. So
Yeah, so
I
add
gotta
another
roll
D4.
a d4.
Yep.
I got a 4.
Nice.
Yeah!
Hey.
Nice. So you come across with your hammer, which glitters with radiant energy for a moment. As you smash it across its chin, and its head kind of whips to the side, and you see this greenish, brackish blood fly out of its mouth as it turns back to you and snarls. Snow, you're up.
All right. So reaching out for an echo, I find a dying timeline, which is one where this is not happening in this place right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm comforted by this.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to use action surge on this turn.
When you do that, you where are you trying to generate this echo? Where on the deck?
Well, I would be trying to generate it behind the one that just showed up on the other side of the boat.
Okay. So as you do that, you look over and you actually see a shimmer of a creature or a humanoid that resembles yourself. You see the shimmer of white fur.
I feel it, but everybody else sees it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you feel it. You sense it. Yeah. And everyone else is kind of in battle, and nobody's actually looking in that direction. You sense it, but then it's gone.
Okay.
So and that's the first time you've sensed it. Yeah.
So close. All right. So I'm really spurred on now.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9 and an 18.
The 18 hits.
My initial attack, so that's only 1 point of damage because I can't add my bonus to that one. That was my second.
You're attacking the one right in front of you?
The one in front of me. Yeah,
that's damaged already.
And then I'm using action surge, so I'm going to go again after.
Okay.
And that's a 9 and a dirty 20.
So the dirty 20 hits.
Yeah. Okay. So another 5 points of damage to that one.
So how much in all?
6 points of slashing damage to the one in front of me.
Okay. As you come across, you just there's a flurry of scimitars. A couple of them hit as you feel them make purchase, and you gash right across its face, and it opens this massive gash as this blood starts to trickle down its face. And give me a perception check there, Snow, for a sec.
Sure. 12.
Okay. As it starts to kind of waver and kind of sidestep a little bit, as you can tell, it's in and out of consciousness. You actually notice that it's wearing a bracelet that is stretched incredibly tight around its left wrist.
Okay.
And it doesn't. It looks almost like a seashell, a bracelet made of seashells. Sorry. You don't see it. You hear it. You hear the clatter of what sounds like seashells around its left wrist.
Yes. Okay. Would I have any idea of what this might be?
Not with a 12.
Okay.
But you know it's a weird thing for a shark creature to be wearing.
Right. Yeah. Because why would they accessorize?
Yeah.
So, all right. So with the attack, I speak boldly to the crew. They bleed just fine. Focus your attacks.
Okay. Dajarkal, you're up.
I'm sorry. Could you just point out where my mini is?
Yeah, you're right on top of the skiv. Okay. And you're basically like 5 feet from the abomination. You're just over 5 feet from the abomination that's almost
perfect.
Felled.
I'm going to cast poison spray at it.
Okay.
So you got to make a con save.
Okay. What's the DC?
14.
That is okay. It failed.
Okay, so it takes only 6 points of poison damage.
Okay. As you do this, so you see Snow slash across its face, and it's starting to stumble a little bit. And the poison spray hits it in the face, and it begins to wobble and heavily falls down onto the deck, dead and motionless.
Yes.
You have felled the first shark abomination. Bolt, you're up.
Wow.
Plunkrawk, you're on deck.
Okay. Seeing that the first one is gone emboldens me, and I'm in the room right now.
Yeah.
I have all my effects. I don't have time to put my armor on, but I will cast a firebolt on the other abomination.
So you kind of look out the door, and you're gonna. Now the other one is pretty obscured, so because of the boat and all of the people on it, so it's gonna have a bit of a bonus on its armor class, but you can.
Okay.
But you can do that if you want.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
And it's a 12 hit.
It does not. As the firebolt, you're trying to kind of gauge the crowd and trying to get a shot off, and unfortunately, at the last minute, it kind of moves while it's engulfed in battle, and it goes over its shoulder and over the side of the ship.
Okay, then I'm going to stay hunkered down where I am for now.
Okay. Plunkrawk, you're up. Bacalhau, you're on deck.
I roll. Hopefully getting in that 20. Oh, natural 20.
Get out.
Natural 20, not touching my die. Natural 20.
So for those of you that are entering for the giveaway, they're also voice command enabled, apparently.
I spun it.
Yeah, sentient, yeah. Okay, good,
Yeah.
natural 20. All right, that means that you get up, right, with 1 hit point.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Plunkrawk gets up, and you can see Plunkrawk that the back of your calf is still bleeding profusely over the side of the skiv. You're beaten and broken, but you are up.
Okay, so I is that my action, my one action, Jay, for the turn? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
That is your one action for the turn. Yeah. Yes, that would be. You're
Okay.
up. Actually, you're down, so you can move if you like, but it's.
Yeah, I'd like to.
What?
Wait a second.
Oh, you roll at the end of your
Am
turn.
I still in
Sorry.
range of the creature?
Sorry, you roll at the end of your turn. So. For a death save.
Say that again?
You would be rolling at the end of your turn for the death save, so that is the end of your turn. Because you can't do anything before it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so you're basically come to with 1 hit point and you're done.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Bacalhau, you're up.
So his what was it, scimitar? What do you have?
Who?
Whatever. No. He attacked me. His thing broke. Fell in the water.
Spear. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll turn to him and I'll say, "Your friends are not nice people."
Yep.
And then a moment of reflection as I realize, like, I'm not even sure if we're the good guys.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna two-handed quarterstaff him
In the face again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll attempt to. Dirty 20.
All right, that is a hit.
And to hit. Oh, 1.
A 1? Oh man! So you pop it in the head, and you pop him right on the same goose egg that's there. And you're like, ah!
Oh my gosh.
Like just adding insult to injury, as you smack him in the same spot that you did before. That's amazing.
It's a double-handed quarterstaff.
As he does that, he kind of looks back, and you see him look at the dead shark abomination on the deck, and he yells out, and he turns and he jumps overboard on the ship. You have a attack of opportunity as he does that.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna try to help baseball bat him off the edge. It's
Okay.
a 19 to hit,
That's a hit.
and 6 damage.
Wow,
To
6
the back.
damage. Okay, as you smack him really hard in the back, and he yelps out as he falls into the water and disappears under the water. The other one beside Heidi also jumps over, and the one beside you, Gaziel, also runs and jumps over. You do have an attack of opportunity as Borth and you start to swing at it, and also the other Sahuagin abandons ship as well, leaving one abomination on board. Gaziel, if you can make your attack of opportunity.
Is that just a D20?
Yeah, that's your attack.
2.
Okay, so you swing with your hammer and just, and you weren't expecting it to turn and run, so you raise your hammer almost like this, and you're like, okay, forget it, and it jumps off the side. Aella, you're up. Roll a death save, please.
Yeah, sure. No problem, Jason Azevedo. Just rolling this dice.
Are we facing sharks or snarks?
Yo!
This is a great number. This is a great number, you guys.
Oh,
You
no.
ready for this number?
Yeah.
It's a 2.
Oh, that is a failed death save. That is your first
I feel like my
first death save.
time is coming.
As the abomination sees everyone abandon ship, it actually turns and jumps off the ship as well and disappears into the depths. You are too far from it in order to do that because you are attacking the other one. You are now all on the deck. Silence comes over the ship as the captain is breathing hard and kind of looking around with her scimitar in one hand and her dagger in the other.
Why did they run? We were not finished.
As they jump over, can I look over the edge of the ship to see what direction they're heading in?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, when I hear Snow saying, "Why did they run?"
Yeah.
I turn to him, clutching my calf.
Yeah.
Basically going, "Why did they run?"
Yeah.
My point exactly, Plunkrawk. My point exactly.
Did
anyone else notice the bracelets? They were wearing bracelets.
They were?
They were.
I'll hold out my hands and I'll say, I have bracelets. On my wrist are the shackles from when I was a prisoner, and I keep wearing them as bracelets. This is a feature I didn't bring up before.
Oh.
But they're still on me.
Yeah, and
just no chains.
And they're on his Hero Forge mini too.
I have bracelets.
Oh.
All right.
Is anyone down? Is anyone hurt?
Aella is unconscious. You look down, you see her in a pool of her blood.
I will run over and cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
It's for 12 points of
Healing?
12 points healing. Yeah.
Okay. You come up again with 12, Aella, as those shark bite puncture wounds start to close up.
Do I put 12 in the healing spot then? Or does that just mean I'm out of the...
No, you just add 12, just add 12 to healing.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's my lucky day.
Are you okay?
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
I've never seen those things before.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to kill them all.
You hear the captain yell out, "How is everybody doing? Are we okay? We should go after them. And by we, I mean you. Where are the helmets?"
I cannot say we are ready. We've taken quite a bit of damage, don't you think?
They will expect us if we delay.
So I reach down to my calf and I do a Cure Wounds on my calf.
Okay.
While that's happening, can I head out from my room and go and look over the edge of the boat?
Yeah, sorry. And Dave, you rolled that perception check. Can you tell me what you got?
Just an 8.
Yeah, the water is incredibly murky at this point from Palma Flora sinking and agitating everything, so you don't see where they went. Bolt, give me a perception check as well.
Yep. Dirty 20.
Okay. With a dirty 20, you kind of look over and you do see what appears to be really deep in the distance, probably, I don't know, you imagine, 75 to 100 feet down. You see kind of just a break in the murk as you see the top of a tree submerged at down a ways. And then it covers over again with murkiness.
Well, I think we're in the right place. I can see some of the foliage from Palma Flora under the water.
Who called out to the captain and told her that you should wait? Was that you, Snow?
Yeah, we took some damage.
Persuasion check with advantage, please.
Sure. $14.
Okay. She says, how long do you need, brother?
Enough for us to recover. And I call it to the rest. How much time do we need to rest?
Lots.
I'm feeling quite good.
I could use a little breather.
I could as well.
All right. What is the shortest we can get away with?
An hour, most, I think. Maybe 2.
We'll take what we can get. Will that be enough for you, Aella?
I'm ready to kill those bastards. You put me in the water. I'm in.
And Plunkrawk?
No.
Well, if we just take an hour or 2, will this be enough for you?
It'll still be risky, but if
enough for you.
that's our only option, I don't know.
Am I allowed to, like, while everybody's resting, go and, like, swim with the helmet just to see what I can see down there by being, like, really sneaky about it?
Yeah, so you want to kind of do a bit of reconnaissance and go under there while they're resting?
Yeah, just to
Okay.
give everybody time, and I can be the person that comes back up if I see any movement down there.
Sure.
Are
Go ahead.
you just sneaking away? Are you letting anybody know that you're going to do that? You're just taking off?
I want to let everybody know. Yeah, so
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm going to say, hey guys, while everybody's resting, I'm going to take the opportunity because I have full health to just check on what's going on down there. And if anybody wants to join me, come on with.
But hold on. We're going to have to go down very soon. And these last for what, an hour, was it? When Bolt tried it? It was what, an hour before you could not breathe any longer?
If that gives me an hour, I can do it in 30 minutes just to see what I can see.
What I'm saying is, then, I mean, these take time to recharge, do they not? That will give you less time when we all go down together. We have 1 extra because I asked for 1 extra when we were at the store.
All right, so
But I thought it would be good to say save it. You know?
Sorry, Gaziel, give me a religion check, please.
religion check. All right. And that's just a d20 with the...
Yep, with the religion modifier.
So 18 minus 1, so
Okay,
17.
17. You have a -1 to religion?
Yeah.
As a paladin?
Yeah.
That's so good. How is that possible? It's wisdom based. Oh, it's
I'm not
intelligence?
sure.
Religion? Oh, I thought it was wisdom.
religion, intelligence.
That's hilarious. Okay, so you're more of a yeah, that's funny. You're more of on the experiential level of your paladin ship. But you know that you may have, and I don't know if you do actually, you'd have to consider, but there may be some abilities that you have that you need to spend some time in prayer over a short rest in order to get back. So even though you might be at full health, if you've used any abilities that take away a slot, sometimes those slots come back with a short or long rest. So that's a consideration. I don't know what your character says, your sheet says, I'd have to look at it, but you may have some abilities that will recharge on a short rest that you can use again. If you use them then. So that would be something to consider.
Okay. I will consider it.
Okay. All right. So you're all kind of hunkering down. I'm assuming you're putting your armor on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you all quickly kind of get to your quarters. A short rest does not require that you sleep, but it does require that you do or restful actions. So sitting, reading, praying, whatever you want to do. You could nap if you want. You put on your armor. So the first person, well, I guess Gaziel would take 10 minutes to put her armor on. The rest of you, within a minute or so, can start to rest. And you go into you spend about an hour doing that, and you can all put a short rest onto your character. I think, Aella, you get your wild shapes back with a short rest, which is good. Although I'm not sure how helpful a bear would be underwater. And then also you guys also can use hit dice to bring back hit points. So you guys are second level, so you can roll the equivalent of what your hit dice is plus your constitution modifier in order to bring back some hit points for those of you that have lost some.
And because I'm about to sing a song of rest, we can add an additional 1d6 to anyone who can hear the song.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do exactly with the dice?
So I don't know what your hit points are. Probably 1d8, I think, for a druid, is it?
I don't know what to do with
Okay,
that.
so just roll. You know what a 1d8 is, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
yes,
so
I know that.
Roll that twice.
Okay, thank you. And then add it to my hit points.
And then add your Constitution modifier to that.
Oh my God, this is so math-based, and I'm just a hairstylist. Oh my God. It's...
Oh, I'm bad at math too.
Okay, so I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
And then I rolled on the ground.
Yeah.
Wait a second. and then I rolled a 6.
Okay.
Now what do I do?
That's great. Okay, so that's 24. No, 24, 14. So 14 plus your Constitution modifier. So where your attributes are, it'll say Constitution with a plus. What's a plus on the Constitution modifier?
My Constitution is 4.
So you get 18 points of...
plus 4, yep.
18 hit points back.
Added 2?
Yeah, added to whatever you have. So you had 1 hit... What did you come back with? Sorry. 9? Are you at full?
I am... I don't know. It just took me to... It took me to nothing. I must have screwed up because now I'm in the death save part.
Yeah, no. How many points of healing did Dajarkal give you?
I'm gonna go now. I don't even know. It's gone. It's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
I messed up, and now it's showing that I'm on death saves, so I don't know what she brought me to.
Oh no.
I gave you 12. I just don't know what it raised you to.
I guess I had 0.
Oh, she was at 0.
Oh, you were down. So you're at 0. So you were at 12.
Okay,
Yep,
so
you were at 12.
I am okay. So I was at 12, and then I add.
Yep.
I
The
add
18
how-
that you just got.
12 plus 18.
Well, to your maximum HP.
I know. This is a good thing. Okay, I'm good. Okay, go carry on. It's fine. We're good.
Okay, so
oh my God.
we lost a camera here, I think, 'cause Josh's, anyways, one of the Zoom frames did. So what we're going to do is you guys have a short rest, do your hit points, hit dice, and then we're going to go to a quick break just to kind of fix it again because everybody's seeing the overcam up top there instead of what we should be seeing. So we'll be back. Joel, do you want to field some questions? And then we'll also do the giveaway. We're going to do a break just a little early today. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so.
Are we leveling up?
No. Nice try. No, nice try.
Always the opportunist. It's good.
You gotta
yes,
try.
I'm going to take questions from the audience. So if you have a question, you guys know how to do it by now. But if you're new here, this is how questions work. You type in question, colon, and then your question. And then our moderators will send the questions to us via Discord. And I will read them out. And then we will collectively try to answer them. Either well or poorly. And that is the risk you take by asking a question. So here we go. Okay. Joel, your questions begin here. Thank you, Shadster. Here we go. From last Monday night, from the D&D chat, sorry. Love how your character is constantly curious about technology. This is for Bolt. Is Adam still around? No, he's gone. Let's see if I can skip to another question first. This question is for Gaziel. Great to see your character's dauntless strength. Is she independent to the point of being a lone wolf at times? And if so, why?
Wow. Thank you, firstly. That's so encouraging to hear. I just feel like my character is strong because I'm fighting for the good. I just want the good for everybody. I don't really see the independence that you're seeing. I think I just want to go out on a whim and be the first one to do something. So maybe that's my intentions behind everything I do.
It's good.
Did that answer the question? I was really distracted when I heard it.
I think it does. Yeah. Your character's dauntless strength you spoke about, and then is she independent to the point of being a lone wolf? Yeah, and you're saying she's not really a lone wolf. She's more like just she's the one who takes the risks first.
Yeah. I like to take risks. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, for Snow. Question for Snow. It's obvious that Snow is biased against law enforcement on the high seas, especially from his comments this past episode. Was he and his sister always on this side of the law, or did he and his sister grow up in a law-abiding family earlier in life? Good question. Wow. I think you're muted.
Right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. They grew up pretty well in the streets fighting to survive. They pulled cons and things. So they weren't necessarily on the right side of the law. They were kind of in more of an like Aladdin kind of position where you have to do the things you have to do to be able to survive in a society where nobody cares about you. So they fought their way up together, and Snow did a lot of things to help them get to where they are that she didn't approve of necessarily. Between the two of them, he was the less moral, trying to keep her pure and keep her in a good position. He would sacrifice pretty much anything to do that. So that's
Alexandrian days by Alexandrian nights. Yeah,
indeed,
totally.
Indeed. So they've pretty well always been on that side of the law, and it's not that they're completely opposed to it, but they find that it's just as corrupt as any crime, as the side of crime. That's well, at least that's Snow's opinion.
Okay, so that's their moral compass. His is one of doing what's right by his sister.
Yes, I can't speak entirely for her. That's Jay, but for Snow, he does what's right for her. He tries to protect her. They're twins, and she's all he's ever had.
It's awesome. Question for Dave. When you jumped into the water last episode, what would you have done had you missed the boat? And to be clear, I think they mean in the session rather than in real life.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I meant to ask. I knew in my mind that I should ask, is the boat still moving? And I didn't. And then I just jumped in the water. Had I missed the rope, I would have gone back to the guy that I threw in and just hung on to him and tried to pull him out of the water. I would have made sure I killed
directions
him.
Or?
No, I don't know. After that, I don't know. I probably would have been kidnapped by the other people and beaten to death. It's hard to say what I would have done because I don't know what would have happened.
Yep.
But I would have gone back to kill the guy for sure.
It was epic that it turned out the way it did. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, lucky is a word for epic.
Syntexture says, question for Melanie. Melanie, always enjoy your down-to-earth style with your characters. Yes, there she is.
Yes.
How much do you enjoy playing out melee damage versus using magic? Melee damage is like hand-to-hand combat.
Yep.
Versus magic.
Oh, I actually like them both the same because sometimes I get like feisty and I just want to like smack people and like actually cause damage with stuff, and then sometimes I like the like magic part of it. So I think I'm like 50-50 on that one.
Fair enough. I have this awesome question from Skyhawk that says, question, what does Plunkrawk dream of when he is unconscious? which is a lot of the time, as it turns out. What he dreams of is the last street meat he had. That's kind of whatever is the last thing he ate is what he's thinking about. Because I mean, animals and just in general, they're pretty much survivalistic in nature. So if there is a dream, then Plunkrawk is dreaming about what he last ate. Okay. Question from Avery Smoker Guy 468. Where did you get the shark abominations from? Jason is not with us. Remind guys to ask Jay. Does anyone know where he got those minis from? Brandon's not here, and Jason is not here, and I do not know where they come from. I'm going to say WizKids, but I could be wrong.
I do not know.
The Games Tavern.
I know they were in a crate at some point.
What is your adventure? They were in one of our crates?
Yeah, I've got Sharkman.
So that would make them either Reaper or WizKids.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Okay.
they're Reaper.
So that would either be a Reaper mini or a WizKids mini. And okay. Cool. So Brandon's not here, and I'll hold that question for later because that's a good one. Question for Dave. What were you thinking when you jumped out in front of the shark? What were you trying to do? This was in the last session as well.
Okay, so I know that I have a very high AC when I'm in my shell. And so I just wanted to be bait to give my folks time or my party to get their weapons and get their armor. So I said to them, go get your weapons. And I ran at him. And as I ran, I withdrew into my shell and just kind of bumped into him to annoy him. So I was just a decoy because I knew I could take the damage.
So were you, because I had a question about that too. Were you afraid of damaging him? Why didn't you just make it an all-out attack to his face with your shell?
An attack to the face shell? I don't think that's an attack I have.
Yeah.
What I was really worried about was that I was going to run at him and fail my athletics check and go over the edge. That's what I was really worried about.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so another question for Dave here. Since we're on the path here, did you know your shell would protect you from the abomination shark? I mean, just based on stats,
so
I guess, right?
I have an AC of 21. Yeah. So my AC is 21. It's the odds were in my favor. So part of my backstory is that my shell is actually scratched up and beaten and has cuts in it from this sort of attack before. Whereas I was on my journeys, walking, trying to find civilization, I would be attacked, and so I would just withdraw into my shell, and they would just beat me for a while and then give up. It's really sad.
Oh man, it's pretty sad. Yeah, it's really sad actually. Deacon Blues Hamilton asks, "What techniques do you all use?" So it's for all of us, for your vocal adaptations of your characters and/or NPC. You know what? I'm going to ask Christina first because you actually go into an Aussie accent, which to me is one of the hardest accents to do. I don't know why. Like I just can't do it. I can kind of do it, but I can't really do it. So I know your technique and how you like get it into your mind and then retain it and stay with it.
Get into it. I always, right before I unmute, I say a keyword that gets me into it. My keyword is usually adventure. And then as soon as I hear that in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Oh, did I not say it? I think my internet might have been unstable. I go adventure.
Yeah, I think mine is too.
Do you hear me? Oh, okay.
Adventure. Yes.
Adventure. And then you kind of just, before I mute, I say it in my head.
Adventure.
And then I just get into it. Someone thought I was legit and Australian, and I'm so happy about that. Adventure.
I thought that you had
but other than that,
when you
anyone
first
else
started.
have any kind of specific
adventure?
Yeah, I totally thought you had an accent.
It's good to have a word or phrase, but
wow, thank you, Mel. That's so encouraging, guys.
It's really good.
I actually do have recordings of the different voices that I want to repeat. So I mute myself, listen to my voice notes, and then unmute myself so that I can get back to them. I don't know how a really good DM like a Matt Mercer or someone does it. Because he retains all of the voices.
Jay.
or Brandon. I mean, wait. Okay, so I'll qualify. Yeah, so just the DMs. I don't know how DM how they do it. Brandon, how do you do it?
I practice in a few different ways. So one of the things I recommend is when you're trying to get an accent down, if you're going to do it reliably, you have to be comfortable doing it. So if you're not comfortable doing the accent, then you have to practice it. You have to practice it in different situations. So you have to role play different conversations with yourself. So angry conversations, sad moments, moments where you're inspired, get all of those emotions there, because otherwise your accent's going to break the first time you get into an argument or something in the game, because you haven't practiced that. So I say practice,
Okay.
And have fun with it. And it becomes more natural. It becomes second nature.
It's awesome. Guys, it seems to be that I'm the one who's somewhat causing delays to everyone else. It says my internet connection is unstable and I'm delaying things. So
It says that to
I'm gonna
mine too.
switch my camera. I'm not going to.
I started a bit too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got
Well, let
that
me try to fix my
Yeah,
camera.
you're
and
really
see
laggy,
if
Joel.
there's anything I can do. In the meantime, yeah, exactly. In the meantime, can someone entertain the crowd? Just like, dance or sing or something. Here we go.
You're the singer.
I can keep trying my accent.
Yeah.
Let's
I
all
can
try our
do
best
this.
accents.
Is Noura talking? I
Oh,
think
my
you're muted,
accents.
Are
Noura.
the
can't
rest
do
of us
any
delayed, or is it
accents.
just Joel?
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I was muted. I was going to say to Brandon that I don't do a particular voice at all for this campaign, but I do that for other games. And I find that if you can think in that accent at all times, if that is your inner voice, that it comes much more naturally when you are just speaking in any situation. So if you can't think in your head in that voice, it's going to be more difficult when it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's anybody else, but that's in my experience.
No, totally.
That's a good note.
Yeah.
But I
very
did
good
think,
note.
Christina, that I was like, oh, she must have been. I felt like you had lived in Australia and then moved somewhere else, and then I could hint. I was like, she must have lived there originally. Like that must have been. So it felt very authentic.
That's so funny. I legitimately love to watch people speak on YouTube. So I think I just Google Australian/New Zealand YouTubers and just watch them for hours. So
I love.
if you want to get an accent, just keep
I
watching
love
your favorite
accents.
accent.
And then especially, yeah. And if I find that in D&D, you don't really find people making that choice to have an Australian accent for their character. So it's kind of refreshing to hear it.
I
don't know if
wow.
my
I just thought,
audio-
it'd be easier to differentiate my real self and mine. It is very laggy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
wondering
don't
if maybe it's a
think-
problem with the
I
call.
don't know if I'm coming in clearly.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure the Twitch stream is also really laggy right now too.
Is it? Is it the internet of
Everyone's
the
saying we're
world
being choppy.
that's gone wrong?
The internet of the world
The
is failing
world's
us.
internet is-
of the world.
Because I briefly got that internet connection is unstable, which usually I don't get,
Me
Yeah.
too.
but it only popped up
Yeah,
for
I
that
got it
one
too.
brief moment.
I turned off the
Yeah.
enable HD, and I
Yeah.
don't know if that's helped for me.
Internet earthquake.
Yeah. I would blame 5G towers, but I think they've already been burned down. So.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh snap! That's not shots fired. It's just an observation that 5G towers are gone. So, what do you?
Just something they do.
This
Hey
is
guys,
something they do.
we lost Joel. Is he just away from the?
They could be interrupting the internet.
Is he just away from?
I'm
the,
coming.
He's trying to.
Oh, okay.
We've had some choppy internet issues.
I heard that.
And you're frozen.
Yeah.
Jason's frozen for me.
Jason is frozen, yes.
He is frozen for me
Oh.
as well.
Let
You're
it go, Jason.
extremely choppy now.
Yeah, I don't know
Whereas
if
you
it's a
were
Zoom,
frozen
maybe it's a Zoom
before.
issue because we're fine. Like our internet has been solid the entire time. The stream has
Must be
been solid.
Zoom.
Do we need to restart the call?
It might be we can't. Yeah, if we restart the call, that's gonna be a disaster on our end. So I think we just push through and hope. I'm not frozen on stream because I have a different camera for stream. So if it's choppy, we just have to wait it out. Maybe Zoom is having an issue
Okay.
Yeah.
because our internet is
Too many
really
D&D
solid.
games happening at once.
Yeah, something. I'm seeing you guys really clear on my Zoom call.
We're not choppy to you?
Nope, not at all. Well, a little
Oh.
Is
choppy.
my audio delayed to you though?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a touch, but I'm not getting any
It's good.
Yeah.
errors. Anyways, okay, so sorry, what was the winner? We have a winner for the spinners.
Yay!
Spin a winner.
Demonius Prime 78. You are a proud owner of 2 dice spinners from Mithril Armory. Demonius Prime 78. If you hear that, please PM us your phone number, email, and address, and we will send you those dice spinners, or Mithril Armory will send you those dice spinners as soon as they have them in. Congratulations, and thank you for participating. Also, just a reminder for those for next week, we will be announcing and starting to give away seats to a private game with some of the cast members, and we're going to give away a seat a week. But that is only to tier 2 subs. So if you've been considering it for a while and you'd like to jump in there, it's just our way of giving back to our subs who support us and help us to do what we do. So tier 2 subs, if you're not a tier 2 sub and you'd like to be involved, make sure that you upgrade to tier 2 before next Monday. And we will be drawing the first person next Monday, and then we will do 3 more seats each session after that. Sounds good?
Awesome. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, it's
good.
a little delayed, but it's but yeah, it seems like we're okay audio wise. So, and
Cool.
I'm not getting any delays from my end here. It seems so. We should be okay.
Let's do it.
All right, jumping back in here. You guys are currently short resting. You've taken the hit dice that you needed to recover. During that short rest, first off, Christina, did you decide that you did want to do what you said and do a little recon by diving down, or are you going to take the short rest instead?
I'm just gonna take the short rest.
Okay. So Christina takes, sorry, Gaziel joins you folks. Make sure, like I said, that you guys hit short rest at the top and then confirm it on D&D Beyond. Is there any conversations that you guys want to have during this short rest?
I wanted to have that conversation with the Bacalhau, if
Okay.
possible.
Sure. And where are you guys all kind of short resting at this point? If you can kind of tell me where you're at.
Hammock.
So you guys you're in your room. Aella and Gaziel, are you in your chamber as well, your quarters?
Yeah, I'm in
Um,
my hammock.
Okay.
Could I be resting like next to Bolt?
Yeah, sure. You guys are in your same kind of you're in your quarters, and you're going through your prayers, of course, and just chatting with Pelor, the Dawn Father. Aella, you're also going through and kind of reaching out to that nature energy that helps to restore your abilities during that time. Bacalhau, where are you?
I guess I'm gonna chat with Snow, so we got to get each other's attention somehow. Probably before we head to the rooms.
Sure.
We can indicate to each other that we'd like to catch up and maybe go up to like one of the quarter decks or something.
Sure. Okay. You guys head up to. Right now, the forecastle is actually there's nobody there, so that's probably the most kind of quiet sort of spot that you guys can kind of chat and rest for a bit.
And this is after I've put on my armor, just so that
Yep.
I have my armor on. I feel like from this point of the game forward, it goes without saying, we're putting our armor on whenever we should have it on. Whenever we're not asleep, we're armored.
hates me for this armor thing. So
It happens every campaign.
You'd think you guys would learn by now.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I chose Warforged last time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
That's good.
That's pretty amazing. That's an amazing note. This is so damaging, Jason, what you have done.
Yeah.
That Brandon, who is himself a DM, has to choose a character race that is armored already. So he'll only from now on in your campaigns be playing Turtles and Warforged.
From now on, that's it.
There,
Turtles, a Warforged Turtle Barbarian is. I'm just gonna mix races.
Yep.
That's the best.
Oh man.
There you
Well, next time when I say, "Hey, you guys wake up," what do you do? I put my armor on. Is probably we should follow that.
Okay, we just assume that we say that. Just assume we said it already.
No assumptions here.
It goes without saying. Anyway, I think I'll have this conversation with Bacalhau if.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, I wanted to speak with you, my friend. Based on the conversation we had before, I know you're concerned, asking, about who's good and who is bad and so on. And you asked if I was a pirate, and I want to be honest with you and tell you that yes, I am. And normally this is not the sort of thing I would share with somebody, but I am sharing it with you. And I want you to understand that this is because I trust you. Recent events have made me believe that I may not be able to trust my sister as much as I once was able to. And you have become the closest thing to a friend that I have. A true friend, I should say. And I want to let you know that my plan is to leave this crew. My plan is to go out and find my own life, away from my sister. I want to right some of the wrongs that I have done in the past. I want to try and find redemption for myself. And I'm telling you this, pardon?
Are you also trying to have a baby so you can die?
That is, no. No. Is that what you're trying to do?
That's all I want to do.
Is have a baby?
Yes, I've lived much too long. I just want to return to where I was born so I can find a mate.
Do you know where you were born?
The Menagerie Coast.
Yeah, it's a big place.
Oh, is it?
Yes. However, I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can help you find it. But I don't want you to die. Could we put off this baby-making thing so you can live a little more?
I suppose.
Forgive me. This is your wish? This is what you want to do?
It's all I want to do. But what wrongs have you done that you want to right?
Far too many of them.
When did you become a good person?
I cannot rightfully say that I am one. But I want to be. I want to make the change. And I see something in you that I trust, and I feel like it helps to make me a better person. And so I want to be much closer with you and learn from you. The goodness that I have seen.
I don't even know what is right.
Perhaps we can figure it out together.
But if you don't have a master, if you leave 3 earrings, how will you know what you should do?
Well, then I suppose I will be my own master, and I will have to weigh the decisions.
Could you be the master of others?
I suppose I could, should the situation require it. Are you asking
what I think you're asking here?
I don't think so.
I see. I've misread the situation. Forgive me.
Why does Gaziel treat me like she's my master?
I don't know. You see, I really wanted to speak with Gaziel, but I just don't know what to say to start the conversation. Do you know what I mean? So I could not tell you. I know very little about her.
I suppose
Well-
I could be a master one day.
I believe you could. You are strong. And I believe there is deep wisdom within you.
I would be a good master.
Yes, I think so. I think you would. Maybe we work together, eh? We can leave this ship together one day, and I will seek redemption for the horrible things I have done, and I can help you to become your own master. Perhaps the master of others.
That sounds like it could be a good plan.
Well,
I would like that.
it is a good start. My friend, we should probably go before people start looking for us.
Okay.
Yes. And thank you. This means a lot to me.
Thank you, friend.
Okay. At that point, is there anybody else who wants to have any sort of conversations with other crew members or members of the party before we continue?
Oh,
you can go first.
I did want to quickly find Snow, as he had brought up something before we headed out that I wanted to address.
Okay. So at this point, you are not part of this party, and you also know that you don't have a helmet.
Right.
So currently, as it stands right now, you are the only. It is only the 6 of them that are going into the deep.
Mm-hmm. Snow, what is it that makes you want to risk your life in finding this rod?
It is a bit of a private subject. Why do you ask?
Well, given everything we've encountered so far, and at the same time, I know that your sister is very adamant about finding this, but is it worth risking your lives?
I'm asking myself that every moment since agreeing to do this. Everything about this feels wrong, but I've made a promise to her, and I must keep it.
I respect that she's your sister and that we do crazy things for the people that we love. But I feel like this is so dangerous. And against everything that tells me that I shouldn't go, I overheard you say that there's an extra helmet, and I'd very much like to accompany you.
What stake do you have in this?
I don't. Everything is telling me to let you go and risk whatever you need to, find whatever it is you're looking for and to stay out of it. But I can't. Something inside me is telling me to not let you go in harm's way if I can help you, and it's not.
Do you mean me or everyone?
Everyone. You've all been so kind, and maybe I've been alone for so long and I haven't seen much kindness and I don't understand. But I feel at the same time that you don't know what it is that you're getting yourself into. and I can't. If there's any way that I can help, I don't know. I would like to come along if you'd have me.
Of course, extra help would be appreciated, but I don't know what my sister would say. She entrusted this to us.
I know.
And I don't know if I even have the authority to invite more to come.
It's not about whatever it is that you're searching for. I don't want it, but I don't know. I feel like it's so dangerous. And if there's any way that I can help you, that's all. And maybe she doesn't have to know.
You know, it's hard for me to consider doing anything against my sister, but the option seems more and more inviting as time goes on. As far as I'm concerned, you are welcome to join. And if you would like it to be in secret, then fine. And I'm okay with that.
Best. You know your sister more than I do, so.
I do, though lately I'm not sure I really know her as well as I thought.
What do you mean?
I never thought she would ask me to do something like this. And I wondered if maybe she's trying to have me killed. But we are in good company, and the people we are with, they are strong. Maybe we can do this.
I think you can. Maybe. I mean, it's so dangerous. And I keep asking myself why she would put her own brother in harm's way like this. But if I can be there to help you because you've all been so kind, if you'll have me, I'll do whatever I can to make sure you come back safely.
Yes. Well, you protect us and we will protect you. But I'm not the only one in this group. Would you like to speak with the others at all, or do you think it is enough if my opinion?
Well, they seem to value your opinion highly. And I would like to speak to everyone, but I feel like we must rest now.
Yes, of course.
But thank you.
Sure? You sure you want to do this?
Everything is telling me not to, if I can be honest, but I feel like it's something I have to do.
Then I value that. Thank you. You may have saved us just now. Thank you.
Right.
Hey, Jay, can I find my way over to where Bolt is?
Yep. Yes, you find your way to his room, his quarters, where Gaziel and Aella and him are hanging out.
Okay, so I'll knock on the door.
I'll get it.
Who's that?
Let me check. I open the door.
Okay. I just walk in, sit down on the cot where I suspect Bolt sleeps, and pull out my loot and present it to Bolt and go, take it, boomerang.
Am I to believe that you would like me to turn your instrument into an instrument of war?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I mean, if you use it, such it probably would break.
Oh.
The string, anyway.
No,
And you want to be able to shoot it like a firearm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can Actually, I've never thought about it. I could try.
Try?
All right, I'll take it. I'll take the loot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've never received such a request. Gaziel, have you ever heard of such a thing?
I have not, but I'm quite concerned because your music is wonderful. Why would you want to transform your instrument into a weapon of war? That's just ridiculous.
No. Not weapon of war.
You want to shoot music into people's ears, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Do you follow
actually,
Bolt?
I think I might know exactly what to do. Is there
Exactly what to do.
Is there a
Exactly
song?
what to do.
A song lyric or something that you would like repeated on a constant loop?
Yeah. Highway to hell.
Wow, that's
right.
beautiful.
That's perfect. Now, using these tools, I can cause your instrument to be able to play that message, and whenever you activate it, it will say the words that you just spoke. Here, try it.
Yeah.
And that's magical tinkering.
That's awesome.
So it can hold a recorded message, and so
What? Dude,
it's
that's
that song that
amazing.
You can activate it, so you can loop it and be playing over top.
Okay, so it can.
Oh man.
And basically it plays whenever he activates his item. When he decides.
Yeah, imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of your choice. A 6-second long recorded message.
Yep.
So yeah, that's.
And how long does that
Dude,
take?
that is
How long does that take to do?
awesome.
It's just an action magical tinkering feature, artificer feature.
All right, cool. So Bolt picks up your loot and he kind of looks at it and he tinkers with it a bit. How would you imbue this, Bolt, from a role-playing kind of perspective?
I would say that I wrap a bit of wire around the top where all of the twisties are, and by touching it, the vibrations from the wire cause the recorded message to be heard.
Cool, awesome. And he can just record whatever message. How does he record that message?
Yeah, so it's a single message, and it only gets recorded once I activate it, and then you can press it again, and it'll say the same thing.
Okay, so he won't re-record the message though. He can't re-record different messages.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a one-time thing.
Okay.
So he can decide. Okay.
So
But you
given
can still
that
play it.
that's I didn't interpret that information well the first time. So I'll ask Bolt. Let me think of message.
Oh, right. Yeah, if you want to make it something different, then let me know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Cool.
So,
okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I just want to ask Bolt just one question before, Bolt, I noticed that the helmets that we're going into the water with soon only last an hour. Is there any way to fix it so it could last longer? I just don't anticipate, I don't know, we could do much with an hour.
Now, this is quite an inventive period, isn't it? More than an hour. I would have to learn how these devices work in order to, I guess, reverse engineer and increase the amount of time. I don't know if it's something I can do right now.
I guess I'm just concerned because we don't have much time, that's all.
That's very true, and I share your concern. I also share the concern that this is probably at least 2 times that we have entered battle without any armor, which is an issue that I have sort of recognized at this point, and I think I might be able to develop a type of armor that I can wear without having to take it off. It's still in the beginning phases, but you never know.
All right. I guess we'll just see how it works when we go in.
Yes, I think we will. But a good thought. That's a very good thought.
All right. Snow and Dajarkal, as you kind of speak on the forecastle, the captain actually comes out of her quarters and kind of looks across the deck at you, Dajarkal, and Heidi walks out of her quarters, and she looks over you, catches your eyes, and then does one of these and goes into her quarters.
I didn't see what one of these were because, like, of the angle.
These. I keep forgetting you guys don't see my. You guys don't see my face in this. I'm sorry.
Then I shall bid Snow adieu and go over to.
Okay, as you kind of cross the deck and you enter the quarters, the captain kind of comes behind. She says, "Please come in. Close the door behind you."
Closing the door. How can I help you?
She comes and she kind of sits down behind her desk and she says, "Please have a seat." You sit?
Yes. Is there something I can do for you?
At this point, I'd like everybody to please take your earphones out.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Uh-oh.
She says, "I know what you did. I know why you are here." And you see that the 7th or 6th, rather, helmet is sitting on her desk beside her. And she says, "Under other circumstances, you would not be on this ship anymore. You would have taken long swim. But my understanding is you fought alongside my crew.
I did.
Even felling one of the Clovis Concord. Is that correct?"
That's right.
Well, you have a choice to make. I see promise in you. I see determination, and correct me if I'm wrong, you are doing this for the money, yes?
By definition, a mercenary does do their job for money.
You had me fooled for quite some time. You have a choice to make. Either you follow them down with this helmet on and you prove yourself to me, or you go for a swim without the helmet. Your choice.
I believe I made that choice when I fought the Clovis Concord once they entered the ship.
That still remains to be seen, my dear. But this is your opportunity to show me what you are made of. And if you let my brother die, or if this goes wrong, I will have your head.
And if I succeed?
Then maybe you have a place aboard my ship.
I see. And what would that mean for you and for me?
As a member of my crew?
Mm-hmm.
What you have been doing so far? It is clear you know we are pirates. That is not a secret. And if one of my crew had lost their lives, you would be playing with yours.
Well,
Your little escapade has cost us. Let's see, what does the Clovis Concord hold for murder? Is it 5,000 gold? Double that against a Concord agent. You killed 8 of them, 1 got away. They know exactly who did what. So that is how many gold on our heads? And how many years? 5 to 10, doubled for Clovis Concord. So 20 years imprisonment across 8 counts. That is what you have cost us. How do you suggest you pay that back? Yeah, well, you made it easier.
They would have found you one way or the other, and at any moment's notice, I could still go and alert people, and they would still come and find you. But if you pay me enough, I could maybe overlook that, while at the same time keeping your brother and your crew safe.
Okay.
So, how is it that you're going to make this sweet for me?
Give me a you trying to intimidate her or you're trying to persuade her? It sounds like a bit of both.
A little bit of both, so it can go either way.
I'd say intimidation.
Okay. 18.
I still don't know how exactly you got the messages to them. I haven't figured that part out yet. I assume you spoke to someone in Port Damali when you left the ship, but I do not know that for sure.
A good mercenary never lets their secrets out.
I like the set on you, because sitting here across the table from me, surrounded by my crew and people who are very, very loyal to me, you threaten me. But I like your gusto.
I think you and I have a little bit of an understanding.
You will receive a portion of the proceeds that I am able to receive from fencing the rod. I will speak to the planking when we reach Darktoe, because there is an opportunity here to make a double agent out of you, to serve the revelry. That said, I don't owe you a cent more. You will be paid as a crew member. You will be paid based on what we make from pirating. But you have cost me much. You are fortunate that I am giving you this opportunity and not just throwing you overboard for the Sahuagin.
I could have very much have let them kill you all. So you put a price on that and then tell me what I've cost you. In exchange for your generosity, I will avert my associates to, let's say, mislead them and let them know that you are in a place in which you are not. And in exchange, in addition to letting you keep your lives, I will take a percentage of whatever it is that treasures that you may find.
You play a hard bargain.
It's the world that we live in.
Just know, you are now a murderer. The Clovis Concord knows. You are facing 20 years in prison and 10,000 in gold for a fine. I'm assuming, by the way that you look, and she looks you up and down, and what you are wearing, you don't have that kind of money. I could just turn you in.
I could have just let you die.
As far as I'm concerned, we did a good job of protecting ourselves. But you come up alive, you protect my brother, and we will continue this conversation.
Splendid.
Understood.
Pleasure doing business with you.
On your way. Okay. All right.
Hello.
Sorry, I just need Brandon at this point. So,
Bye.
sorry. Is anybody else on, or is it just Brandon?
Was that Jay?
Yeah, sorry, just Brandon.
back?
Just Brandon. Nope.
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
The captain, as she comes out, you're kind of making your way. I guess you're hanging out on deck, chatting with some of the crew. And as Dajarkal leaves, I'd like you to make an insight check.
Sure.
And Dajarkal, I need you. Are you off as well, Noura?
I had headed out after that.
Yeah,
yes.
I need just Brandon on here.
Oh,
So,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
no
sorry.
worries, no worries. It's okay. Just earphones off. Yeah.
Okay, that's a 23 for insight.
Okay. You can tell Dajarkal that was not a good conversation.
Sorry, my audio cut out for a second.
Yeah, that was not a good conversation they just had.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the look on Dajarkal's face that something is not okay.
So that was just Dajarkal and Heidi?
No, Heidi left. The captain came out, called Dajarkal in. She went in, and then Dajarkal just left.
Okay.
Your sister follows her out, and then
Yeah.
calls for you.
Okay. All right, so I come.
Okay. She gets you back in the cabin, and she says, "My brother, please close the door."
Certainly. So I close the door.
She says, "I understand where you are, and I know." Get off, Dave. I know that we've had our issues. I want you to know that the entire ship almost fell because Dajarkal was a spy for the Clovis Concord. She told them where we were. She told them where we were going. And that is how they knew. I just offered her a spot on our ship and in our crew as a double agent. She did not take that well. She threatened me. She is going to join you on this mission. But she is not to return to this ship. Do you understand me, brother?
I understand.
She is to stay in the depths with the monsters that she is.
I understand, sister.
Brother, be safe.
I will do my best, but the odds are stacked against us, as you know.
I do. I also know the resolve of you and your companions. They are good people. And I know and I see your heart. I know what you are considering. And with the proceeds of this rod, you may be able to start a new life. I just ask you for this one last thing.
The last thing. May this be the last of my dark deeds.
The last, I promise. You have my word.
All right.
She holds your face. She gives you a kiss on your cheek. She embraces you. And she says, "Thank you, brother."
Okay. I hardly return affection. I'm very uncomfortable and unhappy with the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, sister.
Okay, and then
will
she
do
gives
this
you
for you.
she gives you the last helmet and says you can go.
I will bring this to her right away and let the others know she will be joining us.
Thank you. All right, bring everybody back. Everyone, I know you guys are probably asleep. Mel's
What I
surfing
miss?
Amazon. She has no idea. Yes.
Hello.
Everybody's back. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. That's great. Everybody's back?
Yep.
All right. So, the time comes where you're all asked to gather on the on the deck of the ship, ready to embark on your adventure. You all have your helmets ready. Is there anything left that you want to do? I'm assuming you're not bringing your packs. You're swimming. Is there any other preparations other than putting on your armor, which you've already done, that you would like to do before you descend into the depths?
Maybe we could get Gaziel to say a prayer for us so we don't all drown.
Yep. Does Snow say that?
Gaziel, I am not one to believe in gods, but yours seems to be helping you. Would you say a prayer for us before we enter the water?
Oh, of course. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yes, sorry. Go
Yes,
on.
Bolt? Do you have anything to say before I continue summoning the gods? Goddess Pelor.
I was just about to say, I sort of took your idea and the idea I had with Plunkrawk, put it together, and, well, I'll show you later. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, that's amazing. All right, Pelor, God of Light, I pray that you would protect us in the deep, deep waters, in the darkness where no light is found, that your light would shine through.
And I gust the wind so that everybody feels like God has gone through them.
That's good. That's good. Give me a performance check, Aella.
You didn't just all knock us into the water, did you?
Oh, shit! Come on! I got a 6, but hold on. I was doing a little calculation of alcohol ounces while I was having my earphones off. I wanted to know the number of ounces in a bottle. Hold on for a second. So I got a 6, and what do you need to know, DM?
Your performance.
My performance is a A1, so I got a 7.
Okay. With a 7, you all feel kind of this wind, and I'm not going to call it a gust. I'm just going to say I'm going to give you this as a role play kind of moment because it was great.
Yeah, it's nice.
And you kind of feel it, and you all feel this wind kind of like originate from Aella, and she's like looking out of the corner of her eye, like she's like trying to hide it, but you all kind of know where it all came from. All right, the captain comes out and greets you all and says, "I want to thank you for doing this. This will set us all up for the days to come. May you be brave and strong, and you're destroying evil that has plagued this area for a very long time. Thank you."
I have a question.
Yes.
The island seemed rather big.
Yes.
Do you have any hints as to where it might be?
We are
Good question.
more or less over the center of the island. If we descend, you should be coming down in the center.
Do you know where the rod might be?
Well,
Given the size
yes,
of the...
of course. This is the Sharkfeather Abyss. It is right below us. Selachai, the priestess, would have the rod with her. You need to find her, locate her.
Would she,
Sorry, go ahead. Back on.
would she be dead
Who?
under the water?
Selachai. She's a Sahuagin shaman. She is the one with the rod. Any further questions?
I grab my helmet. Yeah. I hold it out to Bolt and go, "Make fit on beak."
Right. Are we sure it doesn't fit? Can we just try it quickly? Just get it.
Okay, so I try to get the helmet over my very large beak.
Yeah, and it actually grows and it morphs to fit your face as you put it on.
Yeah. Just needed a little bit of A little bit of edible grease.
Oh, I'm just like totally flabbergasted that just happened. Like, oh, wow, looks different. Wow.
The captain looks at you and says, "And with that, into the abyss you go. Return with the rod." All right.
Okay.
How are you all entering the water?
I'm gonna jump right
From
in.
the top.
Putting our helmets on and then entering.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we put the helmets on. We put the helmets on.
Yeah, we'll get our
Clearly.
helmets on,
Helmets
Jay.
on first.
If we put the helmet on and hold our breath for as long as we can, does that give us extra time before the helmets run out of?
That's a good
Just a
question.
couple extra minutes.
Yes, I guess you would have an hour of breathable air. So if you could hold your basically your breath for 30 seconds or close to a minute, then yes, you would be able to
Okay.
to gain a minute of that 50. Yeah, you'd have
Alright.
you'd have an hour and 1 minute of air.
Is Noura coming? Noura's character coming with us?
Yeah, so she has gathered with you on the deck. She has her own helmet. Aella, you said you didn't need one.
Yeah, I was gonna give her my helmet.
Yeah, you didn't take one because you said you didn't need one when they were there. She got the extra one that
Okay.
that Snow brought for the captain.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. You
Yep.
all jump into the water, and you're all kind of just floating on the surface of the water. There's a murkiness to it, and you all begin to descend. All right.
Ooh.
As you crest the edge, the surface of the water, you start the sound of the waves and of the land above goes muted. For anybody who has been scuba diving or snorkeling before, you'd know just kind of that muted sound of everyone kind of sloshing in the water beside you as you all kind of descend. You look below and it's really, really murky at this point. And it's hard to kind of make out anything below. You think you'll probably have to descend a little bit before you actually get to where you need to go. Is there a order? Are you all descending at the same time? What is your plan?
I would like to use my rope to give one end to Snow.
Yeah.
So that he has so he could be guided down to where we're going.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to, if he'll let me, go towards Bacalhau and try to tie a rope around like his leg or something. I'll just show him the rope underwater, go like, leg. Can we hear each other? Can we talk to each other?
It's very muffled, but you can hear each other, but it's basically comes out quite muffled. Just like if you were underwater and had a helmet on. If you're scuba diving, you can go and you would hear kind of what you're generally saying.
Okay. So I try to convince Bacalhau to let me tie a rope around his leg and have him swim because I'm a terrible swimmer.
Okay.
I just want to stay as close to Bolt as possible.
Okay.
I'll let you tie it. By the way, I'll let you tie it to my leg. I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you tie. So there is an early order, so you're all kind of descending at the same time, but Bacalhau is kind of the one that is leading the party. and being heavier than the rest of the party, that kind of makes sense. You descend 20 feet, at which point the murk kind of starts to clear as the silt and the dirt that is kind of lift. No, they're at 20 feet now. Yeah, the silt and the murk that has built because of the sinking island kind of clears, and you get into kind of clear ocean water. And looking below, you see the island has actually settled into a big crevice, or a crevasse, however you'd like to say it, that basically descends into utter darkness under it, into the Sharkfeather Abyss. But it has wedged itself in this crevice, approximately 80 feet down from where you currently swim. And you also, at this level, start to feel a bit of a torrent, almost like an undercurrent that is picking up, leading down. I'd like you all to make perception checks, please.
Ooh.
14.
23.
Okay.
15.
Natural 1.
22.
Oh no.
19.
Okay, so Bolt, you are amazed by the fact that you can just breathe in this helmet. And you've kind of forgotten about the mission, you've forgotten about what you're doing, you're just in your mind, you're kind of, the calculations are going on, and you're trying to kind of figure out how this thing was actually made. Anybody at basically like a 15 to 20, you guys see the island, and it is in, from where you stand right now, it is in ruins. You see the remains of it, but at this distance, you can't see a lot of detail, but you do see all of the details that I had kind of mentioned. You see the remains of the sunken island is wedged precariously in the undersea trench. The skeletal remains of its houses still stand from the distance that you see. And like buildings have like caved in from the earthquake. There are trees that have toppled. And it's just a disaster from where you can see right now. You don't see any movement. You don't see any people. 20,
How far are we? Can we tell, Jay?
80 feet from the edge of from the top of the island, basically where you are.
I want to look around as we swim down. I want to look for two things. One is I want to look around to see if there's any predators swimming near us.
Yeah.
And also try to pick up some sort of landmark that maybe I would have seen, because we're looking for a temple, right? We're looking for Selachai, who was.
Give me a history check.
It's 18.
No, you don't remember any sort of temple or anything. You just know that there is a Sahuagin priestess who has this rod, and who was kind of the mastermind behind the attack, because she was trying to kill and scare off the shark hunters who have been terrorizing the Sahuagin and catching sharks for the last number of who knows how long. But she has this rod of retribution, which is incredibly powerful and is somehow tied to the earthquake and the attack and what has happened here.
Okay, and what about around? Like, do I see any?
Yeah, what was
want to keep an eye out for predators.
Yeah, what was the perception check that you gave before?
22.
Yeah, with the 22, you don't see any from where you can see at this distance. You do see and Dajarkal, you also see this too. You see you see gruesome remains of villagers that are strewn about the surface of the island. Bacalhau and Dajarkal both see that. Okay, you guys can
being tied to Bacalhau. Do I see that, Jay?
No, because you didn't hide. What was your perception you rolled?
15.
Yeah, no. You only see the skeletal remains of the houses.
Okay.
You are basically descending right into the middle of where the island was, just off to the left a little bit. So up beyond you is kind of the old ruins of the cabins, and basically like the north end of the island, and just behind you is the ruins of the inn and that kind of area. Okay.
Chronologically speaking, Jay, how long ago did this happen again? Not that long ago, right?
Days.
Yeah, that's
couple
what I
days.
Okay.
No, longer than that. What am I saying? 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay.
Because it took you 2 days to travel to Port Damali, and then 2 days back, more or less.
Can I try to again speak to Bacalhau and say treasure? Like, can we stop to look at the stores and the things that are around to see if, this just sunk. So like all the merchants that were on the merchant beach, all of them would have had some kind of treasure, some kind of coinage.
But all you said to me was treasure.
Yep.
So
I'm like, all I go is like, treasure?
Yeah, and I'll say, yes, treasure, and I'll just keep swimming.
Okay. Look for treasure.
Oh, no, we don't have time.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just looking for this. What do Sahuagin eat underwater?
Give me a nature check.
8.
You don't know. I mean, they're fish. They're kind of sharkish. Maybe they eat fish.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to look for signs of recent activity, like things that have been eaten at and are floating, missing pieces, or I don't know if they eat plants, like plant bits that have been ripped up out of the ground. I don't know.
So you don't. Yeah, at this point with that nature check, you don't see anything that necessarily you could potentially feed them to kind of like to bait them. Is that kind of what you're trying to do?
No, I just want to see if something looks recently eaten. That like maybe they recently ate a fish and threw away the bones and they're floating by me.
Oh, I see. Yeah, nothing like that.
I don't know.
You do see some debris
Okay.
floating from place to place, like pieces of wood and remains from the actual earthquake and sinking island, but nothing like that. No.
Okay, so I'll keep swimming down lower till I'm about 40 feet, I guess, from the surface.
Yeah. And for those of you at home, sorry, we lost Mel's camera. For some reason, internet's being silly. So, Mel, can we still hear you? Are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Julian, you can see the camera there? You're good? Okay. So, so it's just a matter of us fixing the frames again, folks. I apologize again. The apocalypse has struck again. So we'll just continue on here while we fix the visuals in the stream.
Maybe I'm not wearing any clothing.
Jeez.
I really
Skinny
am.
dipping, as it were? Yeah, exactly.
I'm in my jammies.
Yeah, it's skinny
Just
dipping.
a helmet.
All right, so you descend another 20 feet as you kind of swim down. A shout out to Axe and Shield for these awesome risers. Careful, because those...
This whole thing is awesome.
Yeah.
These lights and like everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Okay. All right. Are you guys trying? What's your approach like? Are you guys trying to be careful, quiet? What's your general thing here?
I'd say we're trying to be quiet.
Okay. If you guys can give me a stealth check, that'd be great, please. And we'll do like a group stealth check, average.
You want a stealth number?
Yeah, stealth check. Yeah.
10.
Okay. I'll say like anybody below 10. Anybody below 15, I'd say.
7.
7.
So everybody, eh? Okay.
Well,
I got a 23.
23. Dave?
12.
Okay. All right. So you guys are trying to be quiet, but you're right out in the open in the ocean as you approach this island. So it's kind of hard being a group of 7 people kind of floating to the bottom of the ocean. You do feel, though, that the current and the depths in this current, for some reason, almost like the trench has kind of a torrent to it. I'd like you all to make strength checks, please. Strength athletics check. As you start to kind of have to swim against this current that is kind of pushing against you to kind of stay together.
22.
Natural 20.
Okay,
Wow.
natural 20. Gaziel does well, yeah.
Oh, wait. Plus
12 for
a
me.
plus a 4 for athletics.
Yeah, okay.
So 24.
24, okay. So
22.
22 for Snow. Anybody under a 13?
I got a
No, I
5.
have a 12.
Okay, that's Noura.
I got a 9.
Dave, Adam, Aella, what
5.
did you get?
Oh, I just
12.
realized I was on mute.
Okay, everybody under 13, unfortunately, you gain 1 point of exhaustion as you try to fight against this torrent. And that just means that you have disadvantage on ability checks. Not attacks, ability checks moving forward.
Okay.
Okay? But with
What
that...
did Plunkrawk get? Like, because I'm tied to him. Did he fail
I
as
got
well?
a 12.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you guys move necessarily. You're just having to fight harder to get down, and and stay together. And those that failed, unfortunately, get exhausted by doing that. Okay, you can move them. You guys move down basically another 20 feet.
In conditions in D&D Beyond, you click on conditions and go to exhaustion level 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. In D&D Beyond, you can set yourselves to be exhausted at that one level.
Yeah.
Where the heck's conditions?
You go to
Oh, wow.
It's right below max and current hit points. There's a box
if
on
you're
the
on the
right
full-
that says conditions.
Oh.
And you want me
kinda
at
see
1?
Yeah. One level of exhaustion. Yes.
Yeah, if you go all
Awesome.
the way to the scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's 1.
Ooh.
Wow. Way to go,
Fancy.
D&D Beyond. That's awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's cool. Okay. So.
Wow. Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
As you approach, you are now about 40 feet from the lowest part of the island, and you are kind of diagonally from. Good. Okay. All right. Hang on one sec. One sec. All right, so as you come down, you see now the sunlight at this point is coming through so that you can see fairly clearly here. For those of you that don't have dark vision, you're good at this point. But you see you see 3 Sahuagin who are kneeling amongst the ruins of the island, specifically of the area that had the 4 cottages on the island. We can bring up the overcam there now, Julian. Can we get a shot of them approaching or no? No, we can't, right? It's fine. It's okay. Just give it there. Yeah, exactly. And in the middle, you see that they are kneeling behind a Sahuagin who you haven't seen before, who is wearing this magnificent headdress. The figure seems to be chanting something in an unknown language, but you can hear it actually quite a bit more clearer than you can anything else. Almost like their voice kind of transcends the water as she speaks. She is holding aloft a gleaming scepter that is tipped with a glowing amber eye that sits on top of it as she holds it aloft. Almost, and this eye isn't necessarily magically glowing, but you can see that the way the sun's hitting it, it's sending shafts of yellow light amongst them. And the Sahuagin who are kneeled around her are almost echoing her chants. And she has it aloft, and she sees you coming. She knows you're there, and it's clear that she knows that you're coming. And she is chanting, and then you hear her say,
Can we tell if she wants us there or not, Jay?
give me an insight check.
That is a 17.
Sorry,
16.
Yeah, I mean, with a 16, you can tell that she knows you're coming, but you would imagine with the way that they've reacted to you and attacked you, that you probably are unwelcome. Even though she doesn't seem to have... I mean, they're kneeled behind her, not really showing any sort of aggression, and she's chanting with her staff up in the air. And the chant continues, and then you hear her say, Ukatoa. And then the people all around her echo, Ukatoa, 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 as the Sahuagin continue the chant. At that moment, you look down to where she is, and she points her scepter down towards a fallen villager. And Bolt, I'd like you to make a perception check, please. Actually, I'd like you all to make a perception check, please.
Okay. Is this with disadvantage?
Nope.
Yeah, because of our checks, Jake.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Ability checks, yes. Sorry. Those that are exhausted are with disadvantage, yes.
Perception.
21 for me.
13.
Also 13.
Natural uno.
Okay, so
11.
anybody over kind of a 15?
Perception?
Yeah.
I got 14.
Okay, so anybody over 15?
Yeah, Snow. 21.
Snow, you
Awesome.
You recognize. Sorry, you don't recognize. You don't see this at all. You see, you hear the chanting, and it's clear, but it's not enough to make out what is happening visually. Anybody over a 12? Who's over a 12? Okay, so anybody over 12, including Bolt specifically, Bolt, you recognize that this motionless character who she points her scepter down to is actually João, the shark hunter, who you retrieved his harpoon from. He looks like he's motionless, not breathing, no air bubbles coming out, but doesn't look like he's decayed at all. It doesn't look like he's been dying for some reason. He seems preserved. And as she points the scepter at him, his body begins to bulge and contort and grow as his mouth opens up and these massive teeth begin to join where he is. And he comes to life, shuddering and growing as he transforms into one of the shark abominations.
Oh no!
As you see before you. What do you guys do?
I try to swim the opposite way that Bacalhau is swimming.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
But
turn
I'm tied
around.
to him.
You turn around and you start swimming upwards.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like you to make a. And Bacalhau, how do you respond to this?
I'll fight against him and like pull on it and this way.
I'd like you to both make strength athletics checks as you fight against each other to see what direction.
And we're both doing this with disadvantage.
You sure are.
Yes, we're doing this with disadvantage. Okay, so that is a strength. So that's a 17. And come on. Oh, another 17.
What was the shark hunter's name again?
Six for me. The little bird is gonna pull the 400-pound turtle up to the top.
Yeah. So as you start to kind of swim up like this, and you're just struggling against the water, the current that is down here is actually helping you, Joel, to kind of lift Bacalhau as he's trying to swim against you and against the current as that forward kind of upward, momentum begins to pull you up.
Swipe at the rope with my claws and try to cut it.
You can absolutely try.
Thank you.
With
Remind me of the
disadvantage,
name, Jay?
No attack roll. It's an attack roll, so no disadvantage on that.
Oh, sorry.
It's a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
And 4 damage.
1 sec. Sorry.
Probably a really weak rope.
Yeah, no, that's enough to sever the rope. It winds and breaks under the stress of pulling. And Plunkrawk, you begin to swim upwards a little bit as that happens.
And as I feel alone, I turn back towards the group and kind of like realize, okay, I can't do this alone. I'm going to turn back towards the group.
Okay.
Am A able to do a pass without a trace spell for us as a group?
Yeah, you can at this point. The point is that you've already been seen. So to stealth when somebody already knows where you are would be incredibly difficult at this stage, I would say. Because she kind of already knows where you are. You can absolutely try, but it would be with disadvantage that everybody would roll their stealth checks.
Okay, I'll just wait on it then.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you guys do? As you continue to bring them down another 20 feet as you guys are descending.
They haven't like started a fight with us or anything though,
Nope.
right?
It's just a new shark dude.
She just and she has stopped. She has stopped chanting and she holds the scepter in her hand, looking up at you, and she starts to mutter things to her Sahuagin behind her.
All right, can I just reach back at Plunkrawk and just reach out my hand to see if he wants to grab it?
Yes, I will try to grab it.
Okay. All right. You managed to grab it. That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, Jay.
It must be really hard to hear underwater.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like just in general.
Yeah, it would be disadvantage if you want to communicate.
Yeah, I want to go over to Snow and like touch my helmet to his. No, I don't know physics like that as a turtle. I'll just say to him, I'll try to get close and ask him like, how will you fight when you can't see or hear?
Well, I am hoping that the movement of the water will be better than the movement of the air that I have grown accustomed to.
That's good. That's really good.
Dude, Snow is gonna be in his element right now. He can like feel stuff that like under the water that we can't. This is like,
Let's hope.
this is good for him.
Okay.
I got that fighter trait, that blind fighting, so that I don't get disadvantage on things that I can't see.
To which I answer, cats hate water.
All right. So you guys are now.
I'll tell him,
yeah. Go ahead.
I want to tell him, I think I see Selachai. There's someone with the rod.
Yeah, you're very, very close. At this point, you're 40 feet off of where the abomination stands and the Sahuagin behind her.
And I can see that she has the rod.
Absolutely. It's very clear. She's holding this rod aloft. It's got an amber eye in the top of it.
Right. So turn me into.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Who?
Whoever. Aella
You
first.
can go.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Turn me into a crab.
Okay. So you want to turn into a crab?
Yep.
Giant crab?
Yep.
Okay. All of a sudden, Aila's body starts to morph and contort as she turns into a giant crab. Do we have a giant crab?
I let go of her giant
water.
claw. Like,
yeah, you feel this kind of like shell-like feeling as she turns into a giant crab. Do you have the stats for the giant crab, Aella?
No, I don't. I need them from
Okay.
Julian.
Okay, Julian will send those through to you. Okay, anybody else want to do anything? You are now
I just tell everybody, focus on the mission. The rod is of the utmost importance. We get that first.
I want to coordinate with Aella and like throw her crab body so that she can move faster through the water to get the
You want
rod.
to throw her? You said.
Like literally take her body and whip her as hard as I can towards the rod.
Okay, all right. Oh, geez. Aella, do you allow this to happen? You
Yes,
feel
yes.
Gaziel's hands kind of
Yep.
on either side of your crab body, and she
Yep.
starts to kind of throw you like a discus.
It's fine.
Do you tuck your claws in your feet?
Yeah, I don't want to touch her.
Okay.
So like.
Okay, strength athletics check, Gaziel.
With my strength athletics check, do I do the strength or do I do athletics? Or is it
Well,
both?
it's an athletics check. Sorry, I say
Okay.
strength because that's just the thing. So just do an athletics check.
So I got a 16 plus a 4.
Okay, and then
So
Aella.
dirty 20.
Yeah. Did you fail that exhaustion? Are you exhausted, Gaziel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So you're gonna-
I am.
No,
Yeah.
not you, Aella. Gaziel. You
Oh.
you passed it, right?
Am I exhausted?
Yeah, you passed it, right?
Yeah, I passed
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So Aella, can you add your athletics bonus to her attack? What's your athletics bonus?
My athletics is at 0.
Okay, so nothing. So Gaziel, you toss her and she moves. I'm gonna allow you to move. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna allow you to move I'd say 5 feet more than your movement would typically allow. So you're getting a bonus.
Okay.
So
Okay.
do we have? We don't have one yet, eh? We're trying to find a giant crab. Actually, you know what? I think it's here. I think I have a giant crab mini somewhere.
How do
I'm
you
pretty sure you
even
have crabs.
This is something. This is
Sure,
something.
it's a mini J.
Yeah. This is no, it's an actual crab. This is
You gotta talk to
something,
your doctor about that.
Aella, that you need to tell me before we start, so that I can be prepared with a miniature.
I don't know. I don't know these things.
It's
It
not in
just
there, right?
happens.
For sure. Okay, and it's not in the creatures. Anyways, we'll figure this out. Okay, so Aella gets propelled. I am going to put her exactly where she is. You are able to make it to the shark abomination. So where are you tossing her towards? You're tossing her towards the priestess?
I was tossing her towards the rod.
The rod. Okay.
Yes.
So
rod, so she
that
could grab the
is-
rod.
Okay, so she grabs you like this. She tosses you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Your movement's 30?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry. As
Your speed. Your speed?
Aella.
Yeah.
As Aella?
Yeah, your speed,
Oh.
yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the crab. So my speed is 30 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to allow you. Sorry, I'm not going to add 5 to that. What I'm going to do is because you're swimming, typically it's half movement anyways, especially with
Right.
the given. I'm going to allow you to move your full movement because of her throw. 5, 10, 15,
Nice.
20, 25, 30. So you haven't quite reached where it is, but you're kind of almost 10 feet off of where the
Okay.
of where the priestess is with the rod
Okay.
there, basically.
Okay. And my abilities as Aella don't work when I'm a crab.
No,
correct?
that is correct.
Okay. Okay.
But you can still hold your breath as a crab
Yes, but-
would
yes.
yeah. At this
I wanted. Yeah,
level.
that's fine.
And crabs don't
Thank you.
necessarily swim either. So they kind of, they don't swim, right? They kind of crawl along the bottom. So you're just using the forward momentum of this, but you feel yourself kind of going down. At this point, they are not attacking. So we're not going to roll initiative yet, but I'm going to ask the rest of you what you want to do as this is happening.
Okay, I'll say Dajarkal with me, and I'll use my feline agility to keep as close to Aella as I can.
Okay?
Okay.
So that means I have double movement.
Yeah. At this point, I would like everyone to make a an athletics check, please. The way that this is going to work is because of the current down here, you have to succeed on a athletics check, or you can't move, and you can only move half
And we're
speed.
still at disadvantage.
And you're still at disadvantage with ability checks if you're exhausted.
Oh, darn. Forgot.
Underwater combat.
All right. 11.
Okay.
16.
Anybody over a 10 passes.
11.
17.
Does anybody fail?
Natural
Failed.
1/dirty 0.
You need new dice.
Zero.
Adam.
Dirty 0.
Snow, what did you get?
I got an 8.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to
So
start
what
calling you.
happens if he has an 8 and I had a 17 because we are tethered together?
Ooh.
That is a good question.
Then you are dragging me.
That's what I was asking
Yeah,
about.
I would say that you are able to pull him the speed that you can go. So he can't move on his own of his own volition, but I'd say that he can travel with you that speed, but it's only half movement for your speed.
Yes.
For anybody who doesn't have a swimming speed, which is all of you. So you guys are trying to get close to Aella. I need another.
Yeah, so we can be together when we reach our goal.
So you guys are going to move 15 feet basically at this point. So how are we going to do that? That's kind of in the middle. Move that ramp there, and we'll just put them on this. Okay, we're just adjusting here. So you guys basically move 15 feet, and you guys are about there, halfway between Aella and the rod at this point. Bacalhau, what do you do?
So.
And sorry, Brandon, you're getting blocked by Snow's picture here in the interface. If you can just back off a little bit, just so we can see your pretty face.
Which
direction? That direction. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
So Aella, Snow, and somebody else have moved further forward, right? So who's left with me? Plunkrawk, Bolt.
Yeah. So can you guys see the camera there on the Zoom call?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's Aella. If we get closer to
It's
it.
far.
But back up on the platform is me
far
and
Okay, so that's Aella. That's Snow and Dajarkal.
yeah.
Bacalhau, you're back there with Plunkrawk, Gaziel, and Bolt.
Right. Okay. I'm going to motion to them like, come with me, and keep swimming. But I don't want to go straight behind them, straight to Aella. I kind of want to circle around so that we're kind of surrounding this priest.
Okay, which way are you going to go?
Priestess.
Right or left?
Is she's on the bottom half there?
Yeah. So
Of our
this is
display?
Aella here,
Yeah. So where's
and this
the
is
priestess?
the priestess here, the orange
Yeah.
one.
So I would say we'll move more to the left.
To your left.
Yeah. Yeah, so kind of like around that house as we swim.
Yeah,
so that
you
we're not
rolled a
just
4
standing
though
in
on your
straight line.
athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Is that
start
going to
to
negatively affect my?
you start to move, and you're having a hard time swimming against the current at this point.
Yeah. Well, thanks for asking. Though.
No problem. Gaziel, what do you do?
I'm just gonna. Could I just keep swimming towards Aella?
Yep. So, what did you roll for your athletics?
I got to 16.
Yeah, that's fine. So she can move 50. She moved her 15. Yeah, we can move them all up a bit further. Bolt, what do you do? Oh, you can double move Gaziel if you want and move your 30. If you want to dash.
Yeah. I'll dash.
Catch
I'll
her up
dash.
to them. Yeah, right there. Bolt, where are you?
It looks like I'm at the top with everybody.
Yeah, what do you want to
but
do? Sorry,
pretty badly
not where are you?
failed
What do you want to
my
do?
Athletic check.
Okay, so then you're not able to swim at this point. Plunkrawk?
Yeah, I failed my because we had to get a 12, right,
Yeah,
Jay?
10, a 10.
Or a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got an 8.
Okay, so you guys are the three of you are trying to swim against this current and just having a really hard time making any headway at all. Okay. As soon as Aella gets to where she is, the priestess Selachai turns towards the abomination, and you can tell that she commands it to attack. And I would like everyone at this point to roll initiative. Dun dun dun.
Natural 20, finally.
On an initiative roll.
Snow.
I have a 13.
Plunkrawk.
8.
Bolt.
Natural 20, which is 21.
Dajarkal.
15.
Bacalhau.
16.
Aella.
11.
Gaziel.
15.
Okay. Bolt, you are up.
Okay, I I think this will work. I'm gonna fire a firebolt at the shark.
Okay. Yeah, magical fire underwater. I think it would work. Okay,
Yeah.
so and what's the range on that firebolt?
Firebolt range is 120 feet.
Yep, no problem. So you extend your hand, hoping that this firebolt works underwater, but the magical energy that propels it actually propels it forward towards the shark body abomination. Do you have to roll a attack?
Yeah, I did, and it's a 26.
That is a hit, sir.
And it's 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. Okay. And it is going to smash into kind of its head as it ducks its head slightly. It smashes into the top of its head. As you see, it dissipates into the water, but it takes that damage.
And I say under my breath, "Sorry, old friend."
And it looks up at you and roars, and you don't see any sentience. You see sentience to it, but you don't see any kind of remnants of what might have been your friend, your harpoon friend, necessarily. It just looks bestial at this point. This abomination is going to turn towards Aella, and it's going to start to swim up towards her as it attacks. What's your armor class now, Aella?
15.
Oh, meets it, beats it. Son of a butt.
Thank you, finally.
Oh, no, what's your crab's armor class?
Yeah, 15.
Oh. No, I mean, meets it, beats it. They met your armor class and they beat it. Your crab, your giant crab, that's so weird, takes 8 points of damage as this shark bites into the crab shell and it crunches a little bit.
Oh, I have so many horrible names for you.
I'm sure you'll tell me all of them when we're off.
I will.
Soft shell
Yeah.
crab.
Yeah, exactly. A second shark body abomination climbs out from under the ruins of this building that stands here and swims up and attacks Bacalhau. As you were kind of treading water.
Minding my own business.
Yep. That is not enough. What's your armor class again? I'm gonna write all these down.
17.
Sorry, guys. Let me write down your adjusted armor class. 17. Buck.
Yep.
Gaziel, what's your new armor class?
19.
Aella, what's
15.
Bolt?
15.
Snow
16.
and Plunk.
14.
Okay, thank you. All right. Sorry, that is for Bacalhau. That is not enough. As it goes and you feel the snap, you're watching forward and you're trying to swim forward, and from under you barely see the shark as it and smashes its jaws together as you narrowly move your leg out of the way of its attack.
Tuck it into my shell.
Yeah. Just like that. Bacalhau, it's your turn.
Okay, looking down at this jerk. I'm going to pull my little twig out of my pouch and cast Witch Bolt.
Okay. Do it.
Is this done with disadvantage?
No, it's not. It's an attack. It's not an ability check.
Okay, so it's 13.
13 is a hit.
That's a 7 of damage.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. As this witch bolt moves through the water and it racks this shark abomination as it kind of shakes under the area that you are, and the lightning seemingly not to be affected by the water as the magical energy kind of goes through it and attacks it. And do you want to do anything else?
I don't move necessarily, but I kind of reorient my body towards him.
Okay.
In this 3D space.
Okay. Dajarkal, you're up. Gaziel, you're on deck.
Okay, I would like to hurl an ice knife at the shark guy, but I want to aim it towards its butt so that when the shards explode, it doesn't hit Aella.
Sorry, say that again?
I cast ice knife at the creature that's nearest me, but I aim it towards its butts because it's a 5-foot radius.
Right,
because
sure.
I don't want the shards to explode and hit hit Aella, so I aim it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Her.
Yep.
So let's see, that is a 22 to hit.
Okay, that is a hit.
So before the shards explode, it causes 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it okay, so then the shards explode and it takes an extra 9 points of cold damage.
Ooh. Okay. And it doesn't have to take any save or anything, right?
No, it's just for me to roll to hit.
Okay. For the explosion.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So the first one, the piercing damage hits, and then you have to succeed on a dex saving throw.
Right, for anybody around it.
Yes.
Okay.
And including itself. So I'm sorry, you make a dex save.
Okay. That is a natural 20. So it passed its dex save for the explosion. As it kind of wiggles out of the way once it gets hit with it and feels the pain. But how much does it take from the attack?
What was the first one? I totally forgot what was it a 13? No, I'm sorry. It was 10. It was 8 points.
8 points of damage. Okay. It takes 8 points of damage. As this knife kind of digs into it, it explodes, and this shark roars out with pain. Gaziel, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
I want to I have a question. Do these creatures understand our language?
You don't know.
Would I be able to find out?
I'll give me a nature check. With
a nature check?
Yeah.
minus 1, so 14.
14? With a 14, no. You heard them kind of speaking a language that you didn't understand, and they're beasts, so you imagine that they don't. But you don't necessarily know for sure.
Okay, so...
You can absolutely try.
Okay, then I'm going to just try to do my command spell, and it says that with a one-word command to a creature you can see within range, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to try it at the shark abomination that I'm closest to.
Okay. And what's the command that you're using?
The command is to flee.
Okay, and what's your DC on that it needs to pass?
Wisdom 14.
Okay. You look at it, and what do you say to it?
I say, flee, you evil abomination.
Okay, and it looks at you, and it kind of cocks its head to its side, and it shakes it off, seemingly unaffected. Yes. Gaziel, would you like to move?
Yeah, I want to move closer towards Aella.
Athletics check, please.
Okay. 14 plus 4, 18.
18. With an 18, you can move 15 feet to Aella. You are now beside Aella and within striking distance of the shark abomination. You also do have your shield and your warhammer, which you're trying to kind of swim with. But at this point, with your armor and stuff, you guys are basically just like floating on a downward kind of momentum to the water. Snow, you're up. Aella, you're on deck.
I want to keep moving towards the rod lady.
Okay.
Yeah, is guess as far as I can go there.
Strength check. Athletics check, sorry.
Okay. 9.
Again, having a hard time, still kind of treading water, trying to work towards the current, against the current, and it's not working for you. You do still have an action though, and with that action, it says movement is 0, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't dash. So I would allow you to still use your dash to move, if you wanted to make a move action, a dash action.
So I can still use my dash?
Yeah, but I would still make you do an athletics check to see if you can make that dash work.
That's worth a shot. Oh, that's better. 22.
Okay, with the 22, you were able to move 15 feet.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
I forget her name. The lady of the rods.
Yeah, Selachai, yeah.
Selachai, yes.
You want to go towards her?
Yes, but not within range of Sharky McStreet Shark face.
Okay, so just, move. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. Aella, you're up. Plunkrawk, you're on deck.
I'm so excited, boys and girls, so excited. So I am stealthy. So my stealth is a +4. I want to go behind Rod Lady, and I want to try to grab the rod from behind.
Okay, so to stealth now would be very difficult because you are like in her face as a crab. But your stealth as a crab is good?
Yes, it is. It says it's a +4.
Yes. Well, that's decent, but so I would like you to make a stealth check with disadvantage, please.
Try it.
You know how to ruin everything. All right. Oh, it keeps falling off the table. My stealth is 6. And then do I do stealth but with the crab or with
the crab
okay,
stealth.
10. 10.
Sorry. Did you roll disadvantage? Did you roll twice and pick the lowest?
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah. So 5. So 9.
Okay. So a 9 is the lowest?
Yep.
Okay.
You rolled a 10 and then
Yep.
9.
1 second. Okay. You can tell that she has kind of lost track of this floating crab. As you kind of like got bit by this shark, you kind of moved off to the side, and it seems like nobody is kind of noticing where you are at this point. What do you want to do? You want to kind of get to her and try and take it?
Yeah, I want to use my claw hands and grab the rod.
Okay.
Grab that rod.
Oh, you know me.
Oh, jeez. All right. So you get to there and you want to try and grapple the rod. Is that what you're doing?
I want to grapple the rod.
Okay. Jeez. I would like you. Stealth is not an action, right? It's just a check. It is an action. I thought hide, but stealth isn't. Okay. So. Yeah. So I'd like you to roll to move as well, please. Roll your athletics check.
Oh shit! It's a 1.
Okay, yeah, with a 1, you notice that they haven't really paid attention to where you are, but you're having a hard time again moving against this current because, frankly, a crab doesn't have a swim speed. So I'm gonna push Aella down basically to the bottom, but you have sunk basically to the ground, where you now currently stand under everyone else. Plunkrawk, you're up.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. So, you guys all noticed. I mean, it's weird because this bird-like creature looks like it's blushing for some reason. You can't really make sure. You don't know why, but he has like red running on his giant beak. And so I'm going to also attempt from where I am to navigate my way without getting within the striking distance of one of these sharks and head for Rod Lady.
So you're trying to kind of break eyesight, eye line?
That's exactly right.
Okay. So first I'd like you to make a strength check, an athletics check to move, please.
Okay. That is with disadvantage. Okay, so that's a natural 20 on the first roll.
Okay.
And oh no. That's a natural 1 on the second roll.
Yeah. unfortunately, at this point,
these spinners suck, dude.
yeah, you start to kind of try to swim away, and your rope actually gets the rope that you have that's still kind of hanging from where you are. Gets tied and snagged onto the shark's teeth. So now you are tethered to the shark abomination.
Are you kidding me right now?
Kind of trying. Hey, you rolled a natural 1 with your spinner.
It's your fault, Joel.
And it is your own fault, sir. The priestess, seeing what's going on, starts to back off, back behind the Sahuagin there. Aella, you do get an attack of opportunity on her as she kind of you've sunk to the bottom right at her feet. She wasn't really paying attention in all the craziness that's happening, and you get a chance to go with your crab legs.
Yeah. I get her feet. I want to get her feet.
Okay.
Come on. I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
And it's a 3.
Yeah, with a 4,
7.
you just
7.
You just miss her leg as she kind of backs off behind her minions, and her other Sahuagin are still kneeled, looking up at you with this hate in their eyes, but completely still, and just allowing the shark abominations to attack. I'd like you, Aella, though, to make a perception check within your crab form, please.
Yeah, I don't even care about the people staring at me. 11. Hold on. 11. People stare at me all the time. 11 plus perception.
Yeah.
Oops, shoot. 11. Oh, that's high. 16.
Okay, with a 16, you notice that it seems like she's actually standing back to see how you fare in this battle. Like she's gauging and kind of like looking at the battle as it unfolds to test your mettle.
Do I sense that I know her?
Give me a history check.
Oh, it's only a 4.
Yeah, no, you don't think that you've ever seen her before.
Shit. Okay.
And you do see, though, that she puts her hands on herself and she mutters a incantation under her breath, and a spectral frost covers her and the staff that she's holding currently.
I can't take myself out of this crab formation.
Yeah, you can. You can decide. I think it's a bonus action to stop the form, if you wanted to, but it's past your turn.
Oh, sorry.
Because she's on her turn. Okay. Back up to the top of the order. Bolt, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna start off by the new shark abomination that pulled up right next to us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fire a firebolt at that one.
Okay.
And does a 9 hit?
It does not, as this firebolt kind of ignites on its fin, but doesn't seem to do any damage, as it kind of deflects and explodes near it.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to see how far back I can move.
Okay. Give me a athletics check.
Okay. 4.
That is not enough. That abomination that is in front of you is again going to attack at Bacalhau, as it's really pissed off by that witch bolt. That is a 24 to hit, which hits.
Which
that
bolt
is.
did you mean?
That is 13 points of damage, Bacalhau, as this shark abomination clamps down on your leg, and blood starts to fill the water around you. There you go. And you see this happen right beside you, Plunkrawk. The other abomination is going to attack Gaziel, as she is the closest to him at the moment. That is enough. That is a 25. Man, I am rolling something else right now.
Hey, could you get my sterling dice and use those instead?
You take 12 points of damage, Gaziel, as this shark abomination clamps down on your arm, and blood starts to fill the water. And you see the shark abomination's eyes. As soon as the blood starts to pour out, its eyes go wide with frenzy as that happens. Bacalhau, you're up.
Sorry, how many
Dajarkal,
points did I take damage?
What did I say? 12? 12. Bacalhau, you're up. Dajarkal, you're on deck.
I don't know what happens to my helmet in this instant, but I withdraw into my shell.
Okay.
And allow myself to sink to the ocean floor.
Okay. All right. That happens as it tries to swipe at you. What's your armor class in your shell?
21.
Oh shoot! Meets it, beats it. That's 10 more points of damage. As you're backing into its shell, it clips your head as you take that much damage now.
I'm into death saves.
Okay. Bacalhau pops out of his shell and starts to float downward to the ground and lands on top, prone on the roof. Luckily, still with your helmet on, and so you're not drowning at this point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Yes. Dajarkal, you're up. Gaziel, you're on deck.
I'm going to move within 10 feet of the abomination in front of me, and I will cast poison spray on it, so that is a con save.
Okay, so just move her maybe. Actually, you need to roll to move, so that's an athletics check.
Oh, is it?
You're,
okay.
You're currently 15 feet from it. What's the range on poison spray?
It's 10 feet, so I have to move 5
Yeah,
feet.
so roll your athletics check.
And that is at disadvantage as well?
Nope. Yes, and if you're exhausted, yes.
Okay. You said, I'm sorry, what check was it?
Athletics.
Athletics. 13?
That's enough. So you move 5 feet, and then you cast poison spray. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
That is not enough.
Sweet. So it will take 8 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Yes.
And this poison fills the water in front of its face and creates this cloud around as it starts to gag and shake, and trying to shake off the effects of the poison. Does that mean it's also poisoned, or does it just take the poison damage? I think it just takes poison damage.
It takes poison damage.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Dajarkal. Gaziel, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
Okay, so with the shark, with my blood, could I just cloud its vision, its sight of vision, and as it's being clouded, do I have my javelin on me?
You do have your javelin, but you also have your hammer, and you're right close to this thing. You're right next to it.
Oh, I'm right next to it. Okay,
Yeah.
so as I'm clouding it with all the blood, so
Yeah.
it can't see,
Okay.
I'm gonna strike it with my warhammer.
Okay. Make an attack.
All right, so it's a 3 + 4.
With the 3 + 4, that is a 7. That is not enough. As you swing with your warhammer and trying to get used to fighting underwater, even with the cloud of blood that you tried to kind of blind it with, it doesn't work, unfortunately. Snow, you're up. Aella, you're on deck.
All right. I'm still right beside Aella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's down on the ground as a crab,
Okay.
so she's 10 feet below where you are now.
Right.
As you're kind of
okay.
treading water with your scimitars out.
How far is Selachai from me?
At this point, 20, 25?
I couldn't get her this time.
25 to 30 feet, and diagonal.
All right, and I'm not within melee range of the shark yet, right?
No, but you could be within 2 feet.
All right, I'm going to attack the don't want to do that. No, I'm moving towards the Selachai.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
Athletics check.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 16.
That is enough.
Okay. And I'll oh man, this is tough. Okay. And I'm going to use my I'm gonna take a defensive.
You're taking a
I'm
dodge
gonna
action?
take a dodge action.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you're moving towards or taking a dodge?
Yeah, I'm taking a dodge.
Okay, so move him, I would say 15 feet. Do you want to get to the ground?
Sure, if I can.
Okay, so
yeah.
a diagonal to the ground. So
If that, yeah, I guess that's. She's on the ground.
Maybe 5 feet more. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and now there are two Sahuagin to your left and right on a diagonal. There is one Sahuagin right in front of you, and Selachai is behind that Sahuagin.
All right. Okay.
Can they see it on that camera? Yeah. Okay. Aella, you're up. Plunkrawk, you're on deck.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna use my claws at her again.
Okay.
I have 30 feet of movement and she's only 10 feet, so I'm good.
Yeah, except that you'd have to get through the other Sahuagin to get to her.
Fine.
So you'd get attacks of opportunity from two Sahuagin to get to her. So you can either attack the Sahuagin in front of her and try to get it out of the way, or get attacked on your way through.
No, I'll attack the Sahuagin.
Okay, so give me a athletics check. Yeah.
It's a 9 and
For athletics?
oh, sorry. Yeah, but 9 plus.
That's enough.
I have to go back and forth.
Yeah, with
okay,
your athletics,
9.
that's enough. So you get to yeah, you can send her right to that. That one. That's fine. Okay, so now you kind of sidestep as the crab would over to that first Sahuagin, and you go at it with your claws. So make an attack.
Yeah.
How many attacks does a giant crab get? One?
Yeah. Yep, 1.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a +3 to hit. So I got 4, so 7.
Okay. 7 points of damage?
No.
Oh, 7 to attack?
hit.
Yeah, unfortunately, it lifts its leg, and you miss it just narrowly. And you only get 1 attack? Yeah. Okay. On to Plunkrawk.
Yep. So I'm going to swim down to Bacalhau and do a cure wounds on him.
Okay. Give me a athletics check.
Yep, athletics check. So that's a 10. And it's with disadvantage?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Okay. So you start to swim down to Bacalhau. You get to him just barely out of reach because the rope goes taut that is connected to the shark body abomination behind you. I would like you to give me a strength saving throw to see if you can reach him with that last couple inches of reach.
This is when this counts, guys. Come on. Okay, that's a 14, Jay.
Nice. Okay. That is enough. And you manage to place your hand onto Bacalhau as you heal him. Blue radiant energy exudes from your person onto Bacalhau, and roll that healing for Bacalhau.
Okay, it is that's an 8 plus 3. That's 11 points of healing. And I will also, while I'm there as a bonus action, pull out my loot from behind me and give him some bardic inspiration.
Okay.
We're all better off if you make it one more day. If you make it one more day. If you make it one more day. We're all better off if you make it one more day.
We're asking you to stay, so please make one more day.
That's good. But mostly what you hear is but you are just happy.
Song.
Yeah, but you're happy to hear his voice.
Okay, so I come too?
Yes.
Yes, and you have an extra 1d6 on an attack or ability
Yes. So as I take my breath in my helmet, like, and I look and I see it's him, and I'll say, "You can be my friend."
That's great. All right. At this point, Selachai pulls her rod back, kind of assessing the situation, and obviously having you very close in proximity to where she is, looks you dead in the eyes, Snow, and I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, but if I don't see her eyes, does that mean I don't need to do that?
Nope. Nice try, though.
It's worth a shot. All right.
Oh.
Okay. An 8. So, you know.
As Snow has his scimitars and he's closing in on Selachai, she looks straight at him and she holds the scepter in his direction. And Aella, from where you are just below him, you see a twisted crown of iron begin to apparate above his head. And his eyes go from this kind of calmness, and again, these gray pupilled eyes go from calmness to this madness that glows in his eyes. And she looks at him, and then she looks at you, Aella, and she says, "Attack," in common. And that is where we're going to end the session for this evening. Oh, that was a good session. Oh, that was
At least I'm
so
alive.
good.
You're James.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, I am sweating.
Christina,
I'm
you're
sweating.
Christina's
Yeah.
background.
Oh my gosh.
Appropriate.
Oh, you guys. This is the pinnacle
Wow.
of the tide. Like, I'm hot. Maybe it's because I have the heater on back here. But I'm sweating. That was great, guys. Thank you so much for... this is the pinnacle of the Tide of Retribution adventure written by James Hake and Matt Mercer and all the wonderful people who have created the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. I hope everybody at home has enjoyed this. Sorry, Brandon, you were the closest, most dangerous so far
It's a
person
compliment. I'll take it
within this whole thing. We will be back next Monday for episode number 7 of the Tides of Wildemount campaign. Noura, thank you for joining us, and I'd like to ask you to come back, of course, next Monday, if you can.
Oh my god, I would love to.
Okay, good. To continue this crazy adventure with us. And again, I want to thank all of our sponsors, of course, Sirenscape and Mythroll and Hero Forge and Beetle and Grimm and WizKids and Dwarven Forge, of course. All of those wonderful people who make us or help us to do what we continue to do on a weekly basis. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, join me for Behind the Screen, where you can ask me why I hate my party so much. And we can lament all of the things that I did wrong rules-wise tonight. So get your questions ready. Make sure you have them ready. And I love questions like, what were you thinking when this happened? Or what were you rolling when that happened? Or how badly did Mel beat you up after the session? Like things like that. That would be very useful, wonderful information to have at that time. Then on Thursday, from the player's perspective, you can speak to Joel and whoever he happens to have on the show about how close to death they think they are and how much they hate me and how much they thought that Wildemount would be a escape from Into the Mist. But it's clear that it is just as dangerous.
It's just worse.
In the world of Dungeons and Dragons. But this is underwater combat. It's great.
How did I make it past Strahd? Well, sort of. And I can't even stay alive with sharks.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Stupid
mind-blowing.
sharks.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm rolling really well. This
Man.
is serving me well.
Send your complaints to Matt Mercer and Joey Day.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, guys. And I will tell you that I have actually, compared to the way that it's written, I've actually taken it easy on you.
Yes, you have.
Are we supposed to be at level 3 by now?
Nope.
I'm just saying. No.
Nope.
Okay.
And,
All right.
And
okay.
and
Thanks,
this
James.
should be much more dangerous. So, yeah, send your tweet your whatever to
Tweet your complaints.
you tweet your complaints to James Hick and Matt Mercer.
Dear James.
for this.
WTF.
But it creates tension and all of that wonderfulness that makes D&D so awesome.
Yeah.
That's Thursday, Players Table, and then of course Sunday will be part 2 of the Baylor for Nolzers, and then back here Monday for the next part of this. Thank you so much, everyone. If you liked what you saw, please follow us. This will go purple as I've seen it go all night. It has been working, and then consider making us your subscribed channel through either regular Twitch subscription or Twitch Prime, which thank you, which is free for you and helps us to do what we do. It takes resources to do this, and I just can't wait to be around the table with all of you.
Yes.
Also,
oh my gosh,
next week we will be giving away the first seat to a private game with our cast. Up and coming, but in order to qualify for that, you have to be a tier 2 subscriber. So hopefully that is the case. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you to our producers, Josh and Julian. Thank you to our moderators, Shadster and Prometheus Bound. You guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week.
Yes. Happy birthday, Prometheus Bound.
Bye.
That was deadly.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Bye.